There is not a single young man of quality in this town. It's true. Hopefully, Dad. Oh, I can just choose to write? Oh, right. I was writing a letter. That's right. Dearest Esther, I hope you've been well. Autumn has reached us here in Tassing at last. I hope you and your family are well. Dad sends his regards to your parents like usual. Sure, we'll send the regards. Spent the last few days collecting oak galls with Sister Gertrude. I suppose you don't have a chance to do that in Prague. Sister Gertrude's been teaching me how to grind them into a smooth ink. Difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Oh, did I mention Dad started a new project? It's like our pen pal. It was kind of cute. Painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new rat house to memorize the revolt. Yeah. Whole family, the whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present, future. I don't think I want to stay in Tassing forever. It's a quaint place to grow up, but I'm 20 now. The printing shop has been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking it over. Man, I think she is though. Like, I feel like the latter would be more realistic, right? I don't feel... Most people in this town don't leave. On one hand, I don't really want to make it so Mags has to stay here, right? With all of the men in this town, which are not particularly great. But at the same time, she's like trying to learn from her dad. So I feel like 2 is more realistic as to what she'd want, right? Dad will keep running it until he can't pull the levers anymore, but I'll take over sooner or later. If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married either. Let's go! If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married. Let's go. Christ, you would not believe how annoying Otz is. Much better. Yeah, I was saying this last night. This is the only game where I am willing to read like most of the dialogue. Fucking Otz, man, or Itz, or whatever you guys said how to pronounce it. I think his mum is under the impression he's been courting me. Can you imagine? And yes, before you break the nib off your pen, I will come visit you in Prague, I promise. I'll try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the Rat House mural, so I've taken over in the workshop. I'm sure it will be a sight to behold once it's finished. Right back to me soon. XOXO. Magda. Cute. I do like that we have a new clock. I think that's kind of cool. Oh, my only option is to go to bed. There's really nothing else I can do. To be fair, I don't really think I'm meant to be... yeah, so this is now all burnt down, so we can't go here anymore, which is quite interesting. Alright, well, I don't really think we have anything else to do. Is there anything else upstairs? Oh, we'll talk to Dad. Dad, speaking of, are you just going to tell me to go to bed? Okay. I can't, I really want to know who wrote those letters, because those notes, the pulling strings or whatever they've been called the whole time, we've never managed to figure out who's writing those. And we got a hint at some point that maybe it could be one of the nuns. But we never figured it out. Unfortunately. But I really want to know. And the second we're done with this game, I'm Googling so many things. Give me someone who knows how to write really well. Yeah. Ugh? Dad? Dad? Magdalene! Dad? Hang on. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh! What? Dad? No! Magdalene! What the fuck? What happened? Someone came into the house. They hit me over the head. No, not Dad. Magdalene is not safe. Whoever attacked me. This weed is too deep for me to take care of on my own. We need Dr. Stolz. I can't carry you across town. Please just hold on. Magdalene, be careful. I'll be careful. Oh my God, not Dad. He's bleeding out. Oh. How long is it gonna take me? Is he gonna be dead? I really didn't think there was gonna be another death. No, oh, he's still alive. Why would anyone want to attack you, Klaus? Maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Sure you didn't see a shadow and hit yourself on the printing press? Oh my god, he's not dead though. You saw the workshop, somebody was looking for something. A burglar and tassing, that's preposterous. If it wasn't an attack, what was it? It was a deliberate blow to the head, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. Yeah, fucking skulls, man. I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury, Magdalene. You need to help take care of your father. Of course. It was the 5G. I will, whatever I need to do. Yeah. No need to be sassy right now. God damn. Mural will have to be called off now. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. Oh, not the mural! It has to be done. This is too important. Same motive as the first murder? Maybe. Give me some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't even been able to agree on what the mural should be. I feel like it's someone who doesn't like the mural and doesn't want to remember it. Because, like, why else would you get rid of Klaus, right? And a lot of people do like it. Might be best to abandon the entire idea. With respect, Father Thomas, you are not on the council. Just offering an opinion. Yeah, well, nobody asked. I can paint the mural. Mags, quit joke. Fucking Oz. Get him out. Why didn't someone murder Oz, huh? Ugh. I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? Been painting since before I could walk. You don't think I'm good enough? I'm old enough to run the print shop by myself. Dad trusts me to illustrate the books. Isn't that enough? I'm older than Oz, and he's in the town council, and he doesn't even do anything! The temptation is real, but talking back in this group is not necessarily the right thing. Option 2 is actually what we want to say right now. Painting a mural this large and complicated will take a lot of skill and expertise. So? That's why we were having your dad make it. He's been making art forever. Agree with Paul. Class needs home care. You're best suited for that, Magdalene. Not a mural. Ugh, maybe I should have sworn at him. What is that supposed to mean? Well, are you sure you're up for it? Physically, I mean. It's quite demanding. You'll be up on the scaffolding and could fall. What would any of you know about it? Are you not listening to me? I've already been doing this work for years. Alright, I can see where this is going. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. No, I've been doing this for years. Alright, I've already been doing this. Dad knows what it takes, do you? I can do it, Dad. ... You don't trust Magdalene to do the mural. To the hell with the lot of you! Let's go, Dad! Let's go! Supportive father right here. If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Yeah, fuck you, Ots. Yeah, you have nothing to say. Alright, I say we let her. Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. Very well. Yeah, now they're shutting up. Alright, Magdalene, you can do it. But you still need to talk to us about what you're doing, alright? Yep. Fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account. Yeah. We'll figure it out. At least I'm slightly more lenient than Klaus is, but still. Rest up. Please. Have a good nap. Get all these people out of here, alright? Just a moment. His current demeanor is misleading. I know the injury is severe. I saw all the blood. There is damage to his brain. ... He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. He's not going to survive. Can't we take him to see a surgeon? Say nothing. There has to be something he can do. Let's be realistic. Can't we take him to see a surgeon? He can't be moved. Okay. In fact, he shouldn't move at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with trauma like this. To be fair, he did get smacked over the back of the head. So he's just gonna die? And there's nothing I can do about it? Red neon? Oh no. You can make him comfortable and you can enjoy the time you have left, but time will run out. Okay. ... Well, this guy's slightly less of an asshole than he used to be. I don't know how this clock is working. I'll tell you that. Dad needs to be able to see its mural in its finished form. But I don't know how much time he has left. Word said it could be a few months or weeks. God protect him. I'll pick up where my dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days through the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history, the pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move on to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history. Depicting the revolt is important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. Dad said the library in Kiesau had those records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Dad told me the prioress of Kiesau knew about the old history. Said she became the abbess of a convent in Bologna, Mother Illuminata. Okay. Santa Margarita, I guess? Okay. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margarita, formerly Price of Chiesa Abbey. Why would we call her a librarian? I mean, she did love the library though. But yeah, we'll go with this one. My name is Magdalene Dracarin. I do not believe we ever met, as I was very young when you left Kiesau. I'm the daughter of Klaus Dracker. Magdalene, we are printers from Tassing. I'm gonna go with this, yeah. You were acquainted with my father. He bought many books from the library before the terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rat House. Gonna tell the history of our community and of Kiesau as well. Maybe of legends of folklore, since of course all the books were destroyed. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear it. Appreciate any help you could give. Hope you are well. My father always spoke highly of you, especially after how you cared for the sisters after the fire. My father always spoke highly of you, especially how you cared for the library and its books. See, this one is very true. My father always spoke highly of your piety and intellect. If you would not mind a personal question, was it hard to return to Italy after being here for so many? No. Why the fuck would we ask this? Okay, my father always spoke highly of you and how you cared for the books, because that was something she was really like passionate about. God bless you, Magdalene. There we go. Now let's just hope we didn't offend her with that. Let's hope. Okay, book written. If I want to finish the mural before Christmas, I should start planning tomorrow. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. Okay, well, you say that, but I wish. I kind of wish to look around, but we can never do anything at nighttime. So I guess we'll go to sleep. If we get murdered again, that letter took 2 hours. Yeah, probably. We're having a good think. There's not a whole lot we can do whenever it's nighttime, unfortunately. And bedtime. This is so different to when Andreas went to bed and he was just like, thunk. Like, oh, days are passing? What's going on? What's going on? Huh? It's November now. Why is so much time passing? I did not consent to this. That is a nap. Mistress Dracarin, I have a few letters here addressed to you. I've read this as rich postman. I'm not sure if that's what that's meant to say, but still. Thank you. Are we attacking our sleep? No. We got multiple letters. Mother Illuminata wrote back to me. I hope her response helps you paint the mural. Mr. Strachan, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. God keep their souls. While we did have some books that discuss Tassing's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman Kreutzer, read about the history of the town. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. I should also say that it's not true that all of Kiesau's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Mailer managed to save some from the flames, God rest his soul. The aftermath of that terrible night, cataloguing preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at Kiesau, the murder of Baron Rothvogel. Oh, he'd mentioned something about finding a copy of Historia Tassiae, comprehensive chronicle of your home. I had forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. We stole that book, didn't we? It troubles me now because I recall that late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historia... Wait, who's this guy? Oh, Father Gounod, right. Was also reading a copy of Historia Tassiae shortly before he died. Never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went out with everything else. Perhaps Prior Ferenc took it from the Baron after the murder. Ferenc had an interest in books of all sorts, of course, but it did seem like an odd thing to do in the moment. And again, only God knows what he did and why he did it. Miklaus, the Baron's manservant, I believed it may have been stolen by the town thief Martin Bauer. Martin's still alive. I would ask him if he knows where the book is. Hopefully he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing. Is there voice acting in this game? No, there is none. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the book wound up. As for the history of the abbey, I fear that was also lost in the blaze. However, as sacristan prior, Matthew learned a great deal about the subject. I've not kept in contact with him, but I know that he's now the Archdeacon of Sion. What's a free imperial city? The Holy Roman Empire. Sion became the capital of Valais. Yeah, after the war. Cool, cool. He is no longer a Benedictine, but he uses his family name. I'm not even gonna try saying that one. If you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before snow covers below. Okay. Yep. Convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the Abbey in his better years. Okay. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will towards anyone from Tassing. I pray that you may have seen better days since that night and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you. Nice. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita. Aww, so she doesn't refer to herself as the previous one. That's fine. It makes sense, right? Esther wrote to me as well. Nice. Our friend. My dear Magda, my parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell him they wish to hear from him soon. No, we wrote this just before the accident. Speaking of printing, your ink was well received. I've made several prints with it. They look lovely. Elisha has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several... How do I say this? Pfennigs? Do I just not pronounce the P? Trying to find lapis at the market. She said him scrubbing the floors for it took him 3 days. Okay, so just Pfennig? Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you're keeping busy, even though it keeps you from visiting. Father says we'll have room whenever you decide to make an appearance. And if you do take over the shop in Tassing, you'll have to make visits to Prague for supplies. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet someone here. I've made a good match too. Ooh, goss. There's a young man at the synagogue, Simond, who caught my eye. His father is a doctor and his brothers have all gone to university as well. I'd quite like to marry him. Good on you, Essa. I hope this odds fellow and his mother don't give you too much trouble. You really ought to give men a chance, Magdalene. They can be quite sweet. At least the ones in the city here are. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come see it when it's finished. Blessings. Essa. Nice. I like how everyone's like, come on, Magda, give him a chance. And she's like, fuck these guys, man. So tonight I should head home and check on Dad. Which it would make sense that they don't live here, right? How you feeling, Dad? Magdalene? Sitting upright is still quite a struggle. The dizziness makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not eat at the moment. Are you sure I can bring up something light, like milk or broth? No, I can't stomach anything just yet. But tell me, where are you off to? Need to get started on the first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother Illuminata didn't know much about Tassing's early history, but she did give me a few places to start. Oh, we need to talk to, Martin or family. Gonna ask Black Till if his grandfather read him any stories. Illuminata said he used to read about the Romans. Magdalene was the little girl during the battle. Yeah, she was. Magdalene was the short blonde one. The pen pal, I think Esther may have been the one that was born. I can't remember if that was the name of the baby. I can't remember. Mother Illuminati. Right, yes. Young Cruz mentioned those tales from time to time. He comes by to borrow books now and then. Christine was the baby? Who was Esther then? I wonder. Usually when he's found some interesting old ruins out in the fields, you might ask him about that. Il Peter's always harumphed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore. True. Sure he'll have some stories to tell about old Tassing. You might stop to talk to him. Okay. Didn't think of that. Thanks. But he's so mean. Of course, Magda, it's nice to feel useful even if I am stuck here in bed. I'm just glad you're awake. Might talk to Smokey too. Yes, the goss! The goss! The old charcoal burner seems to know more about what's in the woods around town than anyone else. Very true. My favorite gossip. My favorite gossip! He's always been kind to me when I chat with him. I'm certain he'll know something. Yeah, I like old Swig. He's been great. You may hear something worth your while at any rate. Remember when they joined us for food? When we were in Andreas, you know? I want to know what happened to Casper. What about the ruins or the mines? I can't just do books and stories alone. I want to explore whatever is left over from the Romans and before. The salt mine and the Roman ruins are the oldest parts of Tassing, so it only makes sense to see what they've left behind. The salt mines? Take after your mother. She was always thorough in her research. You always said that's what good artists do. Yep. Be careful. I know the twins mess around near the salt mine and I don't want you getting hurt. I don't know why Jorg doesn't keep them in line. Always making trouble. Oh god. At least Artemis actually knows how to read. I don't think Apollo can even spell his name. Ugh. They don't have enough brains to keep out of the trouble than I do. That's what happens when you name your kids after pagan gods instead of the saints. All of these are mean, but the top one. All of these are mean. Which one's Artemis? This, yeah, okay. Sure. The boy struggles with his letters, Magdalene. Don't shame him for it. Not everyone is a printer's daughter. Don't forget your other chores while you're running around. We still have a household to run. Don't worry, I'll get things done. Don't worry, I just, like, listen, I gotta do it. I better get going if I want to do all of that today. I'll see you later. Okay. Off we go. Oh, we have so many things we can do. Okay. Many options. Thankfully, we can talk to a lot of people with little consequence. Most of the time. Okay, fuck you, Otz. Does Otz want to talk? Oh, of course he does. What do you want? Still calling me Mags? Go your way with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. I didn't expect the town to pick a half-wit like you for the council, so I guess we're all disappointed. Yes. Jesus, Mags. I meant it as a compliment. I disagree. The rest of the council has been arguing over the matter for so long. Even I couldn't get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. There are plenty of opinionated women in the town. Want to let us join the council? Well, you'd have to take that up with the Lord. I'm sorry. I could not resist. I don't like him. I don't think any of them as hard-headed as you. You're the exception, Magdalene. You always are. Clearly you forgot about Agnes. She doesn't suffer fools. Yeah, sure. I'm not biting the bait here. It was a good choice, Soraya. That's not what I mean. She's not... Never mind. Forget about it. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I know I'm on the council, but sometimes it just doesn't seem like I have any influence. Utz actually seems insecure about his place on the council. He may be an ass sometimes, but I like to see him upset. He's always poking fun at me. Maybe I should remind him that he's not that important after all. I mean, we've already bullied him once. Nah, fuck it. Oh, it'll be fine. I'm only poking back, right? You vouched for me in the mural for the first place. You are the youngest member of the council. The others have more life experience. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay, we're not gonna double be mean. Okay, think again. Hello, Gobi. Good morning. He did vouch for us for the mural, even if it was begrudgingly. Look, it's fine. Only after your dad did. True. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest one of the council has been harder than I thought. I know Balthazar and Werner don't think I'm capable, and even Paul has warned me about being too rash. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. That sounds about right. Keep pushing. They're stuck in the past. We're looking towards the future of Tassing. You sound like my dad. He always said that the council was scared of doing anything important. I don't think anything's going to change for better in this town. It's stuck in its ways. You know what? Keep going, champ. Let's seed the idea of actually doing something into your brain. Thanks, Mags. Stop fucking calling me Mags. Take time, but maybe they'll listen to me eventually. ... Anyway, back to it. Bye. Okay. Brigitte? How are you keeping? Fine, given the circumstances. Eager to work on the mural. Said it will be the pride of Tassing when you're done. Alright. You've always had your mother's talent for art. How is your dad? You're one of the early people who've asked about how my... Yeah, you're one of the early people who've asked how I'm doing before asking about my dad. Or his mind is fading. I pray for him every night. As to why, Lord knows what your dad means to this town, you know, and what you mean. In some ways, after revolt, you became everyone's daughter. I feel more like a thorn at everyone's side now that I'm painting the mural. That's a sweet idea. I wish the council saw it the same way. Yeah, well, I mean, this is kind of true, though. The council was worried about pleasing the Lord. I don't like them doing it at your expense, but I can't blame them. It's not fair to you, but it is what it is. ... Hope Dr. Souls is taking his responsibilities to your family seriously. I remember when my dad fell. We cared for him best we could, but those few months before he passed were a tough time for everyone. Believe God will pull your dad through. Whatever the doctor says, we need him. I don't even know what to do if he dies. I feel crazy even thinking about it. God willing, you're right. Yeah, we'll just say that. Yep. Is this the end of our conversation? Have you thought about what you do if your dad doesn't come through this? I didn't want to talk about it. I'd have to get married. You remember what happened to Otilia. Dad would want me to keep up the printing press. Yeah, it's true. Dad would want me to continue. I don't want to think about getting married. Fuck that. Wouldn't that be a sight? Are you sure you could handle it? It's a lot to manage on your own. You're a good girl, Magda. There are any number of families in Tassing who'd be happy to take you. You have someone in mind, don't you? I literally can't imagine who you'd be alluding to. I could not imagine a single person in this fucking town that I would want to marry. I agree, Max. I agree. There is not a single young man of quality in this town. Let's go. It's true. Not even young Arts, especially not Arts. He's about as subtle as his father, God rest Otto's soul. Ugh. Oz doesn't know what he wants. Some days I'm amazed he can button his own pants. Oh, she's laughing at this. This is great. The way Eva hovers, who's to say she doesn't do it for him? Same with Otto and Eva. We all know he was hers from the start. As Otz appears to be yours, no. ... But if nothing ever comes of that, know that you're always welcome in the family, Magda. Crafts, nice, hardworking boy. He's got a sharp mind. He can provide for a family. Are you trying to set me up with your son? I'm not sure we're a good match. Are you trying to set me up with your son? Can you blame a mother for trying? You're a good, respectable girl. Any family would be lucky to have as a daughter. I don't mean to be rude, but I'd prefer to decide in my own time. Yeah. All right, I'll let it lie. You know, not every marriage may start off on solid footing, but if you pray and work and trust in the Lord, you can find it in time. Oh, God. I think Magdalene's the best character so far. This is a great time. If it's not working out, how can you be sure a couple belongs together? You're not making the prospect sound very enticing. Maybe I'll never get married. Yeah, you're not making the prospect sound very enticing. Marriage is our natural state. It's in our homes that we're closest to the Lord. Lord made us from Adam's rib because he meant us to be... God, painful. You would be lonely to never know the fullness of purpose. That's no life for someone like you. Ugh, it's getting worse. I don't care about my life. I just want to take care of my dad. Yeah, I just want to take care of my dad. And finish the damn mural. You don't need to decide anything else. Hold your dad close for however long you have him for. In any case, I should get back to the chores. Remember what I said, whatever happens, you're always welcome in my home. I actually had a question about an old book. Yes, old book. Martin is supposed to have stolen it from that baron who was killed years ago. Hi, Jay. I hope this doesn't get me into any trouble, but I still have it hidden in a drawer. Martin left it behind when he ran off. He went to all the trouble to take it, but didn't bring it along. Martin was a thief, but he wasn't stupid. I'm sure he realized no one would have believed he'd come by the book honestly, so he couldn't sell it. Huh. Why'd you keep it? What was I supposed to do? The Baron was killed soon after, and there I was holding his stolen book. I didn't want Martin to get in any more trouble than he was already in. I never read it, though. I don't read well. Fair. Anything important happened in the last 4 minutes? She tried to set us up with her son, and we basically went, no. And then we just asked about the book, and she still has the book. Can I have it? I don't know. I'd like to read it to my dad. I need it as a reference for the mural. Yeah, I'd like to read it to my dad. That's a nice thought. It does seem like the kind of story Klaus would like. Oh, all right. I don't mind lying as Magdalene. This is fine. We're not trying to be a responsible adult. I'd like to have nothing more to do with it, to be frank. It reminds me of difficult times. A stolen book of a dead nobleman in our home. Perhaps it spoiled our milk and turned our eggs all these years. Here you are. Please don't tell anyone I had this. Ah, the book. It's in Latin. I can understand a few words and phrases. I'll take a closer look in the evening. Yes! The polyglot is working off. Like, we picked a good choice, chat. Good choice. We'll be able to read it. At least some of it. Man, I really want to know who wrote the purple notes. Book acquired. Step 1. Excellent. Who else can we talk to? Oh yeah, we can talk to Martin. Why not? Morning, Magdalene. How's Klaus? Enduring, even with his speech being slurred. He keeps a cheerful heart. Basically the entire town's young men unfit as marriage material. Yeah, well, like, I cannot think of a single person I'd want to marry, okay? Don't know what life would be like without him. Klaus is a good man, Magdalene. Tassing is a better place thanks to him. He's one of the few in Tassing who hasn't been on my back all this time. What do you mean? Don't pretend like you haven't heard townsfolk have whispered shit about me for years. So what if I occasionally get into a few brawls? I'm an honest man. I wasn't involved with what happened to Otto. I supported his cause. I pulled my weight around here, tilled the soil, salted the meats, provided for Brigida. Oh, God. Okay, someone approved it. And craft. I've done enough back-breaking work for this family. Can't a man just have a goddamned rest? Why are you always getting into fights? I believe you, Martin. Seems like you'd use a respite. Is it respite? Respite? Brigida supports you. Yeah, look, you know what? We're gonna be nice to Martin in the hopes that we'll finally hear his secrets. Damn right. Lost enough time to this as it is. Time for you to go. Okay, bye. Respite? Okay. Anything down here? Empty house? Nobody lives here? In Attilia's old house? Man, I mean, it would be haunted. Who's this? Juta. I don't know this person. Hetty? Oh yeah, Hetty's still here. The old goss. Oh, my frames. How's the mural going? I hear you browbeat the council into letting you do it yourself. That's fine. I'm a frog pretending to be a human. Fair enough, Kobe. I would say respite as well. Don't care about the council. I only want to finish the mural for my dad. Took some work, but I convinced them to let me paint the rat house. I didn't have a chance against me once I'd set my mind to it. Yeah, I just want to do it for my dad. You're a dutiful girl, Magdalene. No one can fault you for that. But you painted the rat house. I can't imagine that would have happened when I was a girl. Only those old Benedictine sisters ever did much art. Frog look of understanding. Thank you. Do you think they were happy without anyone around to need things from them? What a life. Except for the prayers, of course. Haha. Listening to Father Thomas on Sundays is enough for me. Anyway, it's good to see you standing up to the council. The Zimmerman boy seems to have a good head on his shoulders, though. I disagree. Once you've settled down with him, you'll have a good life ahead of you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What? I'm not going to marry him. Are you so sure there are better prospects for you in this town? Don't tell me you'd prefer the Gertner boy. I'd rather leave. I don't plan on having anyone. I'd rather leave Tassing and see what else is out there. Now, are we declaring that we don't want a husband at this point, chat? Or do we want to go back and be like, maybe we need to leave to find a partner and then come back? Yeah, I mean, like, I would rather leave here. I mean, like, I can always come back, right? I can leave to find a husband and come back. Because, I mean, either are going to piss them off. But, yeah. I'm going to say the top one. Keep my options open. Yeah. Show me another town in the Empire with 2 local saints and our fresh alpine air. But you were always going to forge another path, just like your mother. I have no use for the world beyond Tassing, but I wish you luck in it. Thanks. We're literally walking around the town and just telling everybody how much we don't like the men here. This is great. I heard what happened to your dad. How's he doing? Resting, suffered a severe blow to the head. I'm worried to say the least. Hans sends his regards. The Bauer household is praying for a swift recovery. It's so much harder to read today, I must say. Thank you, and thanks to Hans and Jetta as well. We had to play a woman for all the women in the town were nice to us. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Pretty much, Kobe. Find me another mountain town in Europe. Yeah. Klaus has always been such a bedrock of Tassing. I hate for him to die. It'd be, sorry. It's fine. I fear it as well. It's best not to ignore one's fears. Yeah, I mean, that's just not realistic. Do you miss your father? Your real one, I mean. Do I miss him? Kind of. Don't remember Joseph all that much. It's become a haze of sorts, a faint echo, a feeling, an occasional emotion. I was so young when he got killed. Mum said I had trouble understanding what had happened for a long time. I understand my mum. She's like an empty hole in my life. I have nothing of her. It's not easy to experience with this type of loss and grief. Yeah. Oh yeah, you never even got to see her, right? Not even a memory. Suppose you have yourself for comparison. God molded you after her. I can imagine how she could have been like stubborn and unruly, yeah? Wow. I'm not stubborn and unruly, but I am. If this is what it takes, I don't see people of wealth and power giving the rest of us much headway. But can I know if I'm actually like my mom? All I have are stories from people. You read books, don't you? Stories about things that are true. Books and stories about a lot of things. Oh well, I can't read anyway! Would you want to learn? Don't have the time. Work on the farm never ends, especially with the taxes. Anyway, winter draws closer. I got a lot of preparations to take care of. I hope class recovers. Yeah. I mean, again, with what we've been saying today, I'm not surprised. Hello, Magdalene. Dot, 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 dot. Why are we in the field, by the way? I hope your dad recovers quickly. He's a good man. Dr. Stiles thinks I should prepare myself for the worst. Thank you. I'll tell him you said that. Good. The town has seen too many terrible things that we've recovered before. Maybe the Lord will return your dad to help too. I pray you're right. Be glad you have this time with him. I wish I'd had as much with Halewig. Dot, dot, dot. Anyway, did you need something? Kraft hasn't bothered you again, has he? Or has gotten into some trouble? No, he's been fine, mostly. That boy's a thorn in my boot. Man, imagine your parents like, hey, you're a thorn in my boot. Not a stone, an actual thorn. Even worse. He's lazy, arrogant, doesn't care for his family, and he'll bring shame to the Bauer name. Fuck, it got worse. Oh my god. I avoid sticking my nose into people's affairs, but Martin, Oh, anyway, didn't mean to complain. Until later. Bye. Oh, okay then. It got so much worse. Oh, Il Peter, he's still here. Champ. Apparently he's mean. Hello, Peter. Can I talk to you for a moment? Hey, what's that? I was wondering if you could tell me some of the stories about Tassing. The old tales. Tales how you really feel, right? Oh my god. Ugh. It's been so damn long since anyone had a thought to ask me about what I know, but there's still a few of the old tales knocking about in this skull. Any myths from even before the Romans? No, I want the Roman legends, don't I? Roman legends? Bah! I don't bother with stories from outsiders or tales of gods that aren't our town. The Romans did nothing but conquer our people and destroy this town. We spent generation after generation building Tassing back up from those days. Still, our traditions keep dying with no one to carry them on. Only Ursula's given a damn about them these days. Ooh, Ursula? Oh! The Kobe child! Got it. Sorry, Kobe. This is more awkward when you're... The Kobe child successfully grew to be at least somewhat an adult. I'm asking about them right now. That's why I need to know, Peter. These stories need to be on the mural. What can you tell me about the myths of Tassing? The Romans were the first ones to live here. There are spirits older than the saints that live in these woods, older than the Romans. They protected Tassing even before St. Moritz ever set a blessed foot in this town. What sort of spirits? Father Thomas says only the good spirit is the Holy Ghost. Yeah. I thought the spirits that had caused trouble. Okay, we're gonna say what sort of spirits? We'll leave it to him. The sort that I'm getting at. Didn't your father teach you patience? Oh my god. Okay. Cough, cough. Sorry. Perchta and her wild hunt that scare the evil ones away. Right, Perchta. Okay. They protected Tassing since its founding day. Long before the Romans, our ancestors roamed these mountains under a great chieftain called Rhaetus? Runs on pure spite. Same. Nice. Isn't Rhaetus a Latin name? Yeah. The ending on his name is the masculine singular ending common on most male Roman names. Plenty of names end with the same letters. Doesn't make them Latin, does it? Quit your yammering and listen. God, we need like a no response option. Folks weren't as kind as they are now, and the tribes fought one another for the best land. The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make offerings. Because of him, the gods favored other tribes, and Rhaetus people had no land to call their own. Instead, they wandered through these mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering what they could to survive. One day, when winter was approaching, Rhaetus went hunting and found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. Instead of killing the beast, as most men would, he helped the beast and loosed it from its bounds. Okay. Was the wolf a spirit? Why would he do that? It sounds like Rhaetus was a bad chieftain too. It's how foolhardy to let a wolf loose when you're hunting. Let's go with the top option. Of course not. Wolves are wolves, girl. Spirits don't need the skins of animals for their power. Actually enjoying story time. I'm glad. You still got the sense of the thing. The old gods are keen to repay favors done, and Perchta is the goddess of the wild hunt. Okay. The wolves are her animals. She leads the wild hunt, and the wolves lead the hunts of the forest. Back in my day, folks knew it was bad luck to kill a wolf. Now I'm the only one who remembers these things. Okay. Okay. Perchta saw Rhaetus' action and took favor on him and told the wolf to lead the chief to her sacred spring. Led his people to the spring, claimed it. Do it myself, thanks, Chloe. Claimed it for his homeland. We've been in this valley ever since. Those goddamn Romans came and destroyed everything. Yeah. It's quite God, I'm glad someone remembers. There were other gods protecting this place before St. Moritz. That's why a few of us still unperched us. She protects us against witches and fiends. It's a wonderful story, perfect for the best part of the mural. God protects us from spirits and devils. We don't need Prechta. That's all superstition. Nah, that's perfect. Good, good. Nice to know I can still be of some use. I have a lot to think about. Thanks. At least someone wants to listen to me. We should talk to Ursula. Too busy for that. Now, of course, you might talk to her. She might remember more than I do now. Used to listen to the widow too. Older Tilia knew more about the old ways than any of us. I'm tired. Okay. Okay, bye, Peter. Bye. That's a really fucked looking pig. I'm just pointing this out. Big Jog? Hello, Big Jog. How are the hinges on your doors? Huh? What is that meant? Is that meant to mean something? I think he just works with hinges? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, we'll continue. Fine? Fine, I guess? Huh? Maybe Andrew should look at them? What does this mean? What does this mean? I would have asked your father, but well... Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many people in this town... I think it's literally asking how the hinges are. Okay, okay. Really, Jog, if you want an excuse to snoop in people's homes, just invite yourself over for supper. Okay, I don't need to be mean. We're not going to be mean to Big Jog. Big Jog is generally pretty nice. I didn't realize you had such an interest in hinges? Oh, it's not my interest in particular. Paul would like to institute a yearly check of all homes in Tassing. Seems a bit nosy to me. Why not just let folks take care of themselves? So I'm thinking too. I don't see why we need to make this whole thing official. Everyone at Tassing helps each other. As I see it, if someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes me feel useful. Speaking of, I'd better get back to work. Oh my fucking god, Chloe. Oh man, did Andrews ever get a wife? Let's talk to Andrews. Did you marry? Hello, Magdalene. How is Klaus? Ressie and I are worried. Maybe he did find a wife. Remember, this is the guy we accidentally had like the 2 times of conversation, right? Which was, hey, you should leave and find someone you like. Alive. Not well. Yeah, he's not well. Is that what home ownership is like? Conversation about hinges? Maybe. May God look after you both. We've had enough tragedy in this town. Has Gertrude been by to see him? I trust her over that doctor. He's not reliable. He's the most bitter man I've ever met. I've noticed, or he's all Dad and I have. I don't know what to do. He's the most bitter man I've ever met, and he only gets worse as the years go on. He used to talk about how he was too good for Tassing, destined for greater things. Still here, though. Why is he on the council? Whatever his faults, he's still an educated man. That counts for something. How is that fair? You should be on the council. How is that fair? It's as the Lord has ordained. I hope. But I shouldn't gossip. If there's anything Ressie and I can do for you, let us know. Okay. Let's go talk to Ressie. Oh, your father more than you know. Take care. Okay, I also need to go talk to Smokey. Hello, Mistress Drakrin. To seem call us Mags. How is Klaus? Andros and I have been terribly worried. His spirits are high, but he still gets headaches and spells of dizziness. If there's anything we can help you with, let us know. Andros is always ready to provide. He and Klaus have been friends for a long time. Thanks to you both. If you don't mind, you weren't born in Tassing, am I right? No, I'm originally from Innsbruck. Is this the lady? Is this the lady? How did you arrive here? The twists of Providence are sudden and unpredictable. I was but a young girl selling all of a manner of wares in the market, pots and the like. One day, this man appears to the stall, all jitters and nerves, stammering over his words, but charming in a way. Oh, he did! Oh, that makes me happy. We did one positive thing. One positive thing. As Andreas. Good job, Andreas. We spoke at length. I was intrigued and soon enamored, as if a candle had been lit. Oh, Andros is a man of talent. Means we helped him. We helped someone. We made one positive change, chat. I'll take it. I'll take it. How did it feel to leave home for someone somewhere far away, uprooting yourself? Yeah, let's ask more. Frightening to be sure, leaving Innsbruck, my friends and family behind, but it was exciting as well, going off to find new opportunities and build a new life. There wasn't much I had to look forward to in Innsbruck, few prospects for a poor girl. I couldn't see myself sitting at the market continuing to sell odds and ends. Sometimes there are risks we just have to take. That's very inspiring. Yeah, that's very inspiring. We all struggle in this world, but the moments of joy outweigh the bad. It's how God set the world, his benevolence guiding us through it all. I feel I've been blessed, and it's not been all bad for Endress either. Okay. I assist him with the bookkeeping side of the smithy and other things. Thanks. Basically, something, Magdalene, I hope it has provided you with some encouragement. Don't forget you're important as well and deserve to live your life. Alright, well, I have to go help Endress with a few things. Be well. Oh, her name is Therese, but her nickname is Resi. Okay, I'm gonna go to where Smokey is. Wait, I wonder if does the lady still stay here? We can't say anything about the painting. Is the old lady in the wall still there, I wonder? Hey, Thomas. What's wrong with you, champ? And you, Father Thomas. You look troubled. What's the matter? I seem to have lost the key to the tabernacle. What the fuck is a tabernacle? Holds the holy host in a locked and secure box between services of the Eucharist, God's holy place. What is a tabernacle? I don't know if we can, Kobe. Without it, we have to go without the Eucharist on Sunday. Oh, I should have clicked on that. What is this? I'm sure I could find a way to get it open. Oh yeah, let's just break it open. Let's go. Absolutely not. Whoopsies. I won't have you picking your way into the tabernacle. I was just offering an option. Even for a righteous purpose, I don't like the prospect of it. Well. And why on earth do you know how to pick locks, Magdalene? Baltus taught me sometimes the mechanisms in his inventions get stuck. I have to fix them. Yeah, exactly. I suppose that makes sense. Use that talent wisely. Regardless, I won't have you forcing your way into the tabernacle. I'll find the key eventually. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it. Please let me know if you have any ideas where it might be. God bless you. Okay. Whoopsies. We did tell him we could lockpick though. Oh, hey. Sister Emily has seen the tabernacle key. She's alive. There we go. Hello, Sister Emily. She's still kicking. God bless you, Sister Emily. What brings you to the church? Accidentally hit the clip button. Sorry for... Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Happens all the time. What brings you to the church this time of day? Lighting another votive candle? Votive candle. Small candles lit during prayer in churches, symbolizing a specific offering or request. Okay. I was hoping to speak with you, sister. Have you seen Father Thomas' tabernacle key anywhere? Afraid I have not. Everything in the church has been as it should be. Though I did hear the 2 Gertner children come in last evening. Did not rise, but I heard their whispering for a moment. They left as suddenly as they came. Why didn't you say anything? Didn't think of anything of it. Many people come to the church throughout the week. This is a sacred place, and the people of Tassing respect it as such. I guess in a way. Yeah. They respect my privacy in this place, and I respect theirs. Why tell me this now? Because while I do not make a habit of meddling, I know those 2 do. And because you said that Father Thomas had lost his key. Their intentions last night may have been pure. If not, however, it would be Christian to remind them that theft is against the Lord's commandments. Okay. Ugh, they're always getting in trouble. Maybe I'll just tell Father Thomas. No, because we don't know. You're right, I ought to mention that next time I see them. Ugh, I might go chat to them. We'll chat to them. Advise that you do what you feel is right in your heart. Murder all the men of the village. Honestly, give Magdalene a knife and I'm concerned. Just saying. Alright. To the woods. I'm just saying. There's been a lot of murder in this town. It's not out of the realm of, like, you know, possibility, okay? Not out of the realm of possibility. Alright. Forest. Wait, who's this? Apollo, one of the twins? Hello, Magdalene. At least he calls me by my name. What you doing? Looking for frogs? Kobe, run! Kobe, run! Artemis says she saw one the other day and we're trying to collect a bunch. Frogs don't come out this time of year. How do you know? Artemis says she saw one. They don't. Hildegard says they're cold and wet creatures. They won't be out in autumn. I read Apollo. Oh, let's not bully him. Maybe that's why I only have one. What do you need the frogs for? Like I'll tell you, you'll snitch. I won't. Yeah, right. Sorry, Mags. Not telling, just the wait and see. Or ask Artemis. Maybe she'll tell you. Fine, I'll go talk to your sister. Be careful. You've already had to go confession this year. If you mess with my mural, you'll be sorry. Let's not plant the idea. I don't think he's smart enough for that. Let's not plant the idea, okay? Good luck, I guess. Thanks, Magdalene. Hey, Magdalene. Hello, Artemis. Says you're catching frogs. What about it? I want to know why. He told me to come ask you why. He wouldn't say anything. He didn't tell you? Christ. Finally, he's learning to keep his mouth shut. Artemis is great. Come on, just tell me. No way, this is our biggest trick yet. We're not risking it to tell you. You'll just have to wait and see. Oh, God. Okay. They better not touch the mural. Otherwise, maybe we will murder everyone in the town. That's very suspicious. More plants? We don't really have the plant knowledge this time around, though. Alright, here we go. Smokey! I need some goss, my friend. Told you, Smokey, call me Magdalene. Odd habits, I suppose. What brings you to my corner of the woods? More gossip? Yep. I wanted to ask you about the old salt mines. Only ancient gossip. Yes, actually. Yeah, we'll ask about the salt mine too, actually. The mines. Is this a new interest of yours? Don't see the townsfolk trek out there as much anymore. Last I saw were those two twins making trouble. They know a way in, but I'll be damned if I ever set a foot close to that place. What are you so interested in over there? The mural on the rat house needs a section about the earliest days of Tassing. The mines are the oldest part of Tassing, and you keep a keen ear. I thought you might have heard something. Don't know about the mines, but I do know a fair few stories about them and the other Roman ruins. The old stories my father used to tell me when he was the burner of Tassing. So what about Mars and Tassia? The nymph were always my favourite, though I blame that on my youth. Tassia, like Tassing? Folks named the town after a pagan god, a Roman one at that. I don't mind telling you the tale, but it's a bit bawdy? I assumed as much. Yeah, I need something to paint. Just tell me something. I'll tell the decent bits of what I remember, but I won't have your father hounding me for any coarseness. Alright, just tell me the story. Legend says that Mars was hunting in these woods and spied a fat boar for the taking. He just pulled back his spear when he heard a woman scream in terror. Well, we've had that happen multiple times in the last existence of us playing this game, every time someone gets murdered. Of course, the creature ran off and the god was angry at the loss of his quarry, so he tramped through the woods to see why a woman in the forest... Oh, a woman was in the forest and not in the town. Why would a god be hunting in Tassing's forest? How would I know? Maybe he just wanted a brisk walk. The murder is coming from inside the house. Yeah. Why should anything the gods do make sense? These were the old days when spirits and ghosts prowled. Fair. Best meeting of the year. Good luck, Ian. I hope it's... Maybe they won't show up, you know? What do you mean proud? You're just trying to scare me? Ghosts aren't real. Human spirits go to heaven or hell. They don't say it. I need more facts. Yeah, more facts, please. Every tale has a seed of truth in it. Magdalene, how else does it become a story? If you're looking for facts, go find that doctor or the inventor. I'm not a learned man. I know some things. Stories are one of them. Alright, keep going. Mars found a nymph, Tassia, bathing in a spring with a fat, ugly satyr? In range of seeing the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. Okay. And in return, well, Tassia bathed the god. Okay, we get the point. Yeah. Ha, I get it. Yeah. Mars left the pool, he dripped onto the ground and it blossomed with flowers and crops. That's why they say this valley is so fertile. Huh. Been growing crops here for generations. People would want a reason for that, even if it was the gods. Whatever the reason, Tassing's been blessed with fertile ground for hundreds of years. But yeah. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, Kobe. That does suck. At least I have coffee. Exactly. So much of what the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years, but I like that we still have the tales. You can never really destroy stories as long as there are people around to tell them. Yep. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind too. The town is more Roman than Bavarian, really. We are part of the Holy Empire, Holy Roman Empire. We're Bavarian, not Roman. The town was named after Tassia the nymph. Yeah. I don't know what the right one is to pick for this. I mean, we are part of the Holy Roman Empire. That we are, and not for a lack of trying. Tassing is actually much smaller now than it was in the Romans' day. At least that's what I make of it. The ruins go deep into the forest and all the way to the old mine. Half of Tassing is built on Roman stone. Take a walk around town and you'll start noticing things. We use their stone to build. The old temple by Satyr's shrine has grown over, but the aqueduct still runs for miles. Okay. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see some of the Roman pavestones under the road if you look hard. It may not be Roman, but the town is. Fair. Never realized how much we relied on the Romans for our infrastructure. Old stones aren't much of a legacy, or Tuscan has been building upon itself for hundreds of years. What a beautiful idea. Sure. That's the way of things. Most people don't notice the old stones. Too busy in town to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Maybe I should go take a look at the mine. I'd get a better sense of what things are actually like. Nothing will stop you. Okay, I won't either. Keep an eye for any wolves, satyrs you might see down there. Okay. I'll let you know if I see any. Thanks for your help. What about the other gossip? Axel, do you have much to talk about? Something I can do for you? Knives need sharpening? I'm not sure, is there? Are you a friend of Smokey's? I'd like to think so, I'm Vaxlab. I'm a tinker, travel around and help people out, sharpening knives, little things like that. Are you a printer's daughter? Yep. Yes, I am. I am. I'm the printer. My father and I are both printers. I mean, I am. Sure. Do you sample the wares much? As often as I can, I think. Is that not the right answer? Vaxlab, don't? Oh? You're gonna get in trouble again? Oh god, was that the right answer? What's he talking about? Nothing. Ignore him. Oh god, nothing. This one can't help but talk to people about all the strange things he believes, reads all sorts of books, talks to old folks, gets ideas brewing in his head. Now that doesn't bother old Smoky none, but bothers some other people a whole lot. Ah. Sounds like their problem. Gossip's what we need? Yeah. So like there's nothing to worry about. If you get run out of here again, don't blame me. Again? Do I want to know what happened? A long time ago, I got into an argument with people in the town. They told Father Thomas. To his credit, he told them to let it go, but somehow an inquisitor found out. Anyway, I had to leave for a while. Okay. Host the Eucharist, the bread and the wine, blood and body of Christ. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah. Look, it's hard enough to read this most of the time. Holy Communion, what about it? More and more people are writing about rejecting transubstantiation. Sure. Good morning, Endo. Good morning. The idea that the bread and wine of the Eucharist literally becomes the body and blood of Christ. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There are two ways to look at it. The first on the grounds that Wycliffe and us rejected it. Using our eyes, our senses, there is nothing perceptible that changes in the character of the bread and the wine. Must our senses necessarily encompass all of God's miracles for them to be real? I suppose that's true. That doesn't mean it hasn't actually changed. I suppose that's true. I guess we're just following a little story. Good, but there's also a second point. Even if the bread and wine turn to Christ's body and blood, why is that necessary for spiritual communion? We are bound by flesh, attempting to reunite with the light of God through the Eucharist. The act of the observance unites our will with that of Christ. Okay. He is present in us through the remembrance, not the physical act. Okay. So what does that matter? Are you saying we shouldn't take communion? No, there's nothing wrong with taking communion as a rite or act. But if you accept what I'm saying, there are other things I'd like to discuss. I'm not listening to any of this. Okay, Smokey. Are you ready to hear why it's important to disbelieve in that? Okay. Sure. I'll admit I'd hoped for more enthusiasm regarding the fate of our souls, but alright. This all starts with Lucifer creating the world! Oh my god, no! What? Excuse me? No! God was the Word, and Word was the truth, and truth is light. Light is God's will. God's light contained aspects what we consider angels, facets of his infinite. We're going on a wild tangent here. One of these aspects separated itself from his intellect and manifested in the darkness is the corrupt will. You found the conspiracy theorist, bro? Yeah. Lucifer, by what power could a portion of God's will separate from the whole? The will moved itself. God's intellect, being infinite, also contained the capacity to transcend the infinite. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's going over my head a lot, but at the same time, I'm like, cool story, bro. No, they're not. Yeah. I'm like, okay. To exist outside the boundaries of God's infinite light, the corrupt will brought into being in equally infinite darkness. Within that darkness, Lucifer cast his false light, a corrupted imitation of the divine intellect to create the world. God, he's a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. All material in our world is inherently a corrupted manifestation of that false light. We still have a connection to God through our intellect, but it is flawed by existing in our physical bodies. But you still believe we can be redeemed? Was Jesus flawed by being a man, even though he was born of a virgin? So Genesis is wrong. Alright, I've had enough. Yeah, we can still be redeemed though, right? Well, of course. I wonder why he got right out of town. Yeah, finally, some sense. But not in the way you think. Of course not. The way to be redeemed is to reunite our will with God's. How do we do that? Regular prayer, abstention from material desires, sublimation and elimination of want. That just sounds like being a monk. No, priests and monks are both the corrupt agents of the business of the church. They've taken the simplicity of holy devotion and profaned it with pageantry. Yeah, Smokey's just like, for fuck's sake. Stop enabling them. The saints to all the token merits and saints and Satya miracles, they're just stories. The church has led people astray, but the hope of the people is meaningless rituals, faith and relics. I can see why you don't go into town much. No one really wants me in town anyway. They want me to fix their knives and their pots and little things and be on my way. That's fine with me. I've seen so much of the world, learned so many things, made so many friends that I hope I'll see again if I come their way. Thank you for indulging me, Magdalene. Of course. Until later. That was the middle of the road, I think. It is Ad Realm, so I'm gonna take a 2-second break. But that was... that was something. A pig, out here. Must have broke out of its pen. I wonder who it belongs to. Hello, piggy. Someone's lost a pig. Mugwort is useful for colds and fevers. Might not be as powerful as when we gather on St. John's Eves, but it should still work. Okay. Okay, wait. That's what we use to help Adok, right? Also, interestingly, as Magdalene, we can't look at the grave. Alright, now this is our #1 bit of risky business. If I wanted to depict the mural as accurately as possible, I have to go down here myself. The entrance is so steep, no one's used it in years. There must be some way to get down there. If I could probably climb down, even though it looks dangerous. If I rigged a rope to the top beams, I'd be able to get down more easily. Baltas might have tools. Apollo and Artemis always bragging about how they sneak around the ruins. Maybe I can ask them how they do it. I could use my brain. Here we go. I saw some rope in the workshop at home. I should be able to find everything I need there. I'll have to come back later. Okay, that's not bad. Little mini Andreas. Oh yeah, they named a kid after Andreas, by the way. Oh, here's Paul. How's the mural going? Haven't started. I'm up to start the first part of the mural today. I'll paint the founding of Tassing and the Romans. Well, you won't want for any models. Tassing is littered with Roman ruins. It's always a nuisance. I'll trust you'll take the council's opinion on the matter into account. The murals for the entire town. You couldn't decide what should be on the mural for months. I'll stick to my own decisions. I'm going to go along with it, but I am going to paint what I want. Reassuring to hear. Your father is a stubborn man when he wants to be. Age has made him strong-minded. Perhaps you are better suited to this project than he is. All I ask is you keep the Lord in mind. The mural's for Tassing, but we have others to appease as well. Sure. Sure. Glad the mural's coming along well. Forgive my sudden questioning. I've been so busy preparing for the council's next meeting. I haven't had as much time with Anna as usual. She gets a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. Or she says I get a bit frantic. Is the council working on something new? Didn't think the council work was all that serious. Yeah, what are you guys working on? We're considering yearly maintenance checks on every house in Tassing. The ideas had quite a bit more pushback than we'd anticipated. Getting pushed back against something you want to do. God, how horrible it must be for you. Oh my god. New ideas always face some kind of opposition. I can understand the utility of the proposition. It might feel like a nuisance. Can't imagine why. I'd certainly love it if my neighbors nosed their way into my house every year. Yeah, it might feel like a nuisance. Precisely, that's the issue we've run into. This would help protect those in Tassing who don't have the skill to fix things themselves, like the widows. But without instituting it for the whole town, we can't enforce the proposition. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything's actually done. That's not bad at all, Sam. Better get back to work. Okay. Oh. The temptation to always pick the sassy answer is really going to hurt, I think, at some point. Can I help you with something? Unless you can tell me about the early history of tassing. I know nothing of those times. I used to borrow books from your dad, but what's the point of reading? Of anything? I'm just dead weight! Oh god! Oh no! Whoopsies. For Paul and Anna, I never should have escaped the mill. No! What are you saying? What kind of life if this a sad and tired shell of a woman, forever alone, carrying the weight of death? Leave me be, please. Oh shit, well, whoopsies. Okay. Oh, he's got the hat. Cute. Well, anyway, I guess I'll be leaving. Whoopsies. Is there anyone in here to talk to? Oh yeah. Do you have any of the old books? Do you have a moment? Of course. Oz says you've been obsessed with your painting. It's my job. Just like me, for real, for real. Chloe. Look into the early history of tassing with the first part of the mural. Oz is just jealous that I spend more time with the mural than I do with him. Nah. No, not picking the Oz option. Good work, Ian. Good work. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Fertile fields, that is. Seems like old potsherds and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All of Granddad's reading came from the Abbey's library though, and you know what happened there. Up and spoke. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Granddad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. I can show you something better than books. Oh? Evidence? Something like that. We don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals and bricks from what looks to be an old forge. Mountains of salt. Ah. Ian found a little bear carved from amber. Where'd you find it? Not just me. Carl find things. Fabian too. Any farmer will tell you the same. It's out there in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping them? Nowhere. We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Okay. It's interesting, but we can't do much of anything except with stuff except look at it. Fair. No? I don't think so, Neon. How do you think these people lived? What do you think they were like? Where do you think they all went? How do you think these people lived? Rough, I'd say, but comfortable. We don't find much of their clothes or their houses. They must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. Their tools are good quality. If they weren't rusted to all hell, I could probably use them today. I'd assumed they'd live in caves or in the muck. They weren't Christians, no doubt that, but they weren't animals either. I'd like to say they had it hard, but they got by. Not so different from today. You mentioned something salt. Did the pagans start the mine? True. Had to have, I say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why tassing was so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt. The tassing wasn't just on the Imperial Road. They made the road come through tassing. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know, but anything that they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Magdalene, tell me you aren't thinking of going down there. Oh no. What if there's stuff that could help me with the mural? Magdalene. The mine is hundreds of years old. You could break your neck just getting in there. But it's worth it for the mural. I want to try my best for Dad. I don't think it's that... Imagine how your dad would feel if you got hurt. Look, then help me get down safely and he won't have to worry. We might actually convince someone. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. You're bullheaded just like your mother. And your father. Finally. Probably couldn't keep you out of there if I tried. ... Please, Till. Alright, alright. Don't know how to get down there myself, but I know those twins have gotten in a time or two. No doubt they have a trick. Baltus might not be the most reliable man, but I don't doubt he could rig something up for you too. Yeah. Thank you, Till. Thank you. I'm serious. Don't. This has been a big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. You think all this pagan stuff will make it into the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I found over to the rat house tomorrow, if that'd help at all. That would be great. I don't know what I'm painting, but yeah, I don't mind knowing the history, right? ... I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. They're strict, worse now than they used to be. Okay. Okay. Cheers, mate. Thanks. Who lives in the bakery now? Because this guy died, didn't he? I guess the widow? Oh yeah, Gret. Magdalene, darling. Good morning, Gret. It smells nice in here. Food. Food. I'm hungry, man. Thought that Andreas and Ura could use a treat today. What a sweet idea. I had some spare time today and I like to stay busy. The soul of the diligent shall be made rich after all. Okay. I like to drop in on Anna and see my grandchildren. I'm more blessed than I ever imagined I would be. Paul and Anna make such a great pair. Ulrich wouldn't believe his eyes if he saw us now. I wish he could see his grandchildren. I did always think it was strange that your daughter married the son of the man who killed your husband. Oh my god. Let's not say that, hey? Let's not say that. I'm sorry that his sacrifice was needed to bring your families together. I'm sure he's rejoicing with all the saints in heaven. I'm not... Kobe! Gret is nice. We like Gret. I'm not trying to hang Gret out to dry like I am half of the other people, you know? Really? How do you think she's gonna take that, huh? I need these people to help me. We can only be mean to men. I don't want to be mean to her. As much as I would love to pick this, Gret's done nothing wrong, right? Gret's done nothing wrong. I'm not offending her. Half the other people, though. I'm sorry, it's not worth being that mean, okay? She's done nothing wrong to deserve it. Never much for emotional displays, but I still remember his joy when Anna was born. I was angry when Anna first took a liking to young Paul. He was always a quiet boy, and I was afraid he'd turn out like his father, sleeping with half the town. I needn't be worried. Paul is a good man, a good father. He's built this town back up from what it was. Good to see Elle so social now. She's come out of her shell. I feel like not having to live with Lenhart helps. Fuck me, man. We're really putting our foot in it. She's been asking me for recommendations for the ladies' reading circle. Yeah, actually, let's try and help her out. How wonderful. You are the one to ask for such the list. I would join her group myself, but I'm just too busy with the bakery by myself. I don't mind that. It keeps me busy and I get to see everyone in town. Been chatting too long. My does need tending. Okay, goodbye. We gotta make someone be friends with Elle so she's less depressed. I don't know how successful we'll be, but still. Oh, it's not the dude that looks like a knockoff Shrek character. Been jotting down a few new ideas. Did you need something? You have a moment. I need to get into the old salt mine. I don't have a way down. Can you help me? Must be on quite an adventure. Could rig you up a double pulley system, but that might take a while. I'd like to go in today, of course, would a good length of rope suffice? You could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. Are you strong enough to support your own weight? Against the wall? I think so. Excellent. Do be careful though, make sure the ropes are secure. Alright, thanks. That's not bad. I mean, we probably also have ropes at home, but that doesn't really hinder us at all. I don't remember who the medicine person was. Oh, Agnes, hello. How's the weather? Craft's still out there working with Father Thomas to repair the church. I worry about that boy sometimes. He works the stone, but I'm not always sure he has his mind set on it. Masonry is a good trade. Everyone needs a stonemason to repair stuff. That they do. Lucky's always harped on about being honest and trustworthy is the most valuable currency. How in this life, hard work and reputation matter the most. Craft's taking that to heart. He does a lot of good for the town. Okay. I've offered to find an apprenticeship for him, but he won't make his damn mind up. He deserves a chance at the life he wants. He's lived in his father's shadow for too long. Oh. He's a good man, Agnes. You should be proud. Thanks. I've done my best for the household despite what's happened in the past few decades. You didn't come here to hear me ramble. Sorry. What can I do? Thought you might have some additional remedies for my father. Werner's not enough. I understand class condition is dire, but I thought Werner would have been able to provide something. I know it won't save him, but I still want to try everything I can. Dr. Sells has been less than reliable. I can't imagine he'd provide any help whatsoever at the moment. Lars has made a mess of himself these past few years. Don't pity the man, though. He's done this to himself. See, I told you. Listen. Can't promise anything, but God willing, I pray it provides some small help. Maybe this farm, maybe these guys. Have you lost a pig? Have you lost a pig? Have you lost a pig? What about you? Have you lost a pig? Here we go. Dot dot dot. Did you need something? See what you're doing? I was just about to leave. Have to go see Big Jog. Why? Stuff in the forest needs doing. Did you lose? Oh, what are you two planning? Nothing? They're just carrying logs. Dot dot dot. Why would you do that? We lift big logs to see who's stronger. It's a contest. Oh, okay. Does anyone else participate in this contest? Not usually. There aren't many others in testing strong enough other than Big Jog. Simon's big, looks upwards, but he's not interested. He's always busy taking care of the farm. Maybe Apollo can join us one day. He's been stout the last few years. Who's winning? Jog, but barely. I've been gaining on him. He's growing older and softer with this council work. Did you lose a pig? Is this a thing that men just do? Yeah, sure. Me and Jog, sure. I don't know about anyone else. You're welcome to join us, Magdalene. Wait, can I join? Would you have small logs that would suit me? Plenty of trees in the forest. We'll find you what you need. Put some meat on those bones. So I can look like you? Oh, fuck. I just want to be savage, man. It's so tempting. But he's being nice. He's being nice, okay? I'm not picking two. Chat, we're only picking two for the people who deserve it, okay? But this guy's been like he literally said, hey, me and Big Jog lift fucking trees in the forest. And we said, hey, could we join? And he didn't laugh at us. He literally said he'd find a tree that would suit. So, you know, they're actually being quite nice. So there is no need for me to be rude. If he'd been like, oh, but you could lift one anyway, why would you want to join? Then yes, I would pick that. But there is no need to be mean right now, okay? We gotta be mean in moderation, okay? Jog will get a kick out of that. You really mean it, right? Absolutely. I should get back to work now until later. Yeah, the more the detail came, I was like, Considering it was put together with the barbed personality trait, I would say it was not meant to be nice. Hello, Magdalene. How's the mural going? Council's left me to work for the most part. I think Ots has something to do with that. Has he said anything to you about it? Mainly he's relieved that they don't need to make a decision about it anymore. He runs the farm just fine, but being on the council's made him think that he has a say on everything going on in Tassing. Town business is all he talks about. The men are bad influences on each other, if you ask me. Now they're chattering on about a yearly check of the hinges on every door in town. Hinges? Who gives a damn if the hinges on our front door creak? To be fair, if your hinges creak, the door's integrity is at stake. The council are just old men looking to feel important. They're just trying to keep... Yeah, no, I agree. They're just trying to look important. We have enough to do as it is. If God wanted them to feel important, he would have made them lords. Anyway, I think it's good of you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take interest in something like that. Speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I've asked them to look after the chickens, but they've disappeared. They're catching frogs in the forest for some reason. Ah, those two. What do they even need frogs for? Father Thomas says they're only so much trouble because I named them after Greek gods. He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis were gods of virtue. Oh, who did we have to ask about stealing the keys? They should be more well-behaved. Names have only as much power as we allow them to have. Can every Greek name really invoke pagan gods? I don't think anything will stop the twins from going their own way in life. Maybe the spirits of gods. You know what? We're gonna go with this one. What do you think? Maybe you're right. Father Thomas spends too much time in his books. Besides, then he'd be in a poor state. Father Thomas the Doubter? Anyway, I better go find those rascals. Okay, good luck. Oh, Clara's still alive. Clara's still kicking. How are you? How's Klaus? Yeah, we're doing our best, you know? I'll keep praying for you both. Both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Please let me know if you need any help. It's very kind of you. I've been so busy in the rat house. I've let the house go a bit. Not to worry, I'll come by and help. Yeah, let's go, Clara, let's go. We're making more friends. With all my children up and grown and no husband to take care of for anymore, I've got to make myself useful somehow. I'm not sure that's how it's meant to be said, Kobe, but I'm just living with it. Big Joke's still in the house though, isn't he? Why bother? You can spend your days relaxing. Aren't you enjoying it? I heard that Peter was well crazy. Alright, married to Peter, right. You could spend time relaxing. I don't think I'd be able to do that if I tried. Yeah, okay. They're capable of carrying their own household now. Eva's taking care of Otz, and Ursula and Fabian have their own life together. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I haven't seen Ursula. They don't need me anymore. You sound sad? Well, I suppose I am. Thank God my children are all grown and prospering. But I do feel like there's something missing in my life. After so many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. You could always find something new to do. Keep busy by helping Gret in the bakery or something. Joker's been telling me to rest more, but you're right. I'd rather keep busy as long as there's life left in these old bones. Oh no, we are promoting the working lifestyle. Okay, I'll come over to help around the house soon. Okay, cool. Thanks, Clara. That's not bad, really. Twice the amount of rope? Oh yeah. Twice the amount of rope. Can I talk to him again? No. Can I talk to her again? Hey. I'm a little busy. I need you to show me how you and Apollo get in and out of the salt mine. The mine? Damn, Magda, why do you need to go down there? I need to see what our forefathers and the Romans left behind is for the mural. You want to use our secret hideout for your mural? Your secret hideout, but everybody knows you hide down there. I feel like bullying them is, again, we're trying to get her to do us a favor. You're really into that whole rat house project, aren't you? Why should I show you how to get in? I know you took Father Thomas's tabernacle key. I won't tell him if you show me how to get in the mine. Let's go. No deal? Look, I'll show you how to get into the mine on one condition. You help Apollo and me with our next prank. No telling, no snitching. Look, I don't have to keep my secrets. Father Thomas has been droning on and on about the plagues of Egypt. Yep. Oh my god, wait, look at this dog. Look at this dog. Or cat. Dog. Animal. Oh my god. Alright. Dog, maybe? Apollo and I are collecting frogs to hide in the tabernacle. Yeah, we were right! We were right! We put it together. For once, I actually figured something out before the game told me. We're collecting frogs to hide in there. When Father Thomas opens it on Sunday, frogs will go everywhere. Fuck, that's gonna be funny. I've already told someone about the frogs though, so it's fine. I can't wait to see Father Thomas's face. Why in the world do you want to do that? It seems like a bad idea. You've already been to confession this year. Exactly, Magdalene, exactly. What do you want me to do? We stole the key, but we need to put it back before he notices. So Sister Emily was right. You did take the key. You want me to put the key back? Precisely. We stole the key early to make sure it was the right one. We'll steal it again once we actually stuff the frogs in there, but in the meantime, it needs to go back. I need you to replace the key on the altar in the church. Polo and I would attract too much attention, but you're the town's goody-goody. Not that bad, am I? Well, not entirely. It's not your fault Otz moons over you. The council lets you get away with anything. Anyway, will you do it? This game is great reaction pictures, yeah. I'll let you get into the mine if you do. I need a way to get into the mine, but this seems risky. I shouldn't let the twins get away with this. There's enough trouble as it is. Who knows what kind of trouble I could get if I help them. I mean, could I not just tell them who did it? Give me the key. Whatever, give me the key. I want the safer way in. How do I get in? How's your errand going? Still working on it. Oh, I have to go put it back now? Okay. Is what's-her-face gonna pop by? Looks like the church is empty. I can leave the key on the pulpit where Father Thomas is sure to find out. She's going to see. They will get into trouble, sure. Yeah. Let Artemis know I returned the key too. She's always watching. I'd rather not fall and die or something. How's it going? It's done. Apollo and I will show you how to get into the mine. Come on, follow me. Let's go. Do you want to do this, Magdalene? Some creepy things down there. Who knows how many people have died? It's probably haunted. You should back out now while you still can. Grow up. If you're such a grown-up, why'd you come to us for help? Well, if I fall, then we know. You really just notice Kirby. He's at an angle, you know. Right. Gonna help me or not, I guess. Not that bad, as long as you know where to put your feet. We do it all the time. I don't want to get in trouble again. Okay. Start with your feet on the inner ledge and then look for ledges that look like shelves. Oh, so we're climbing in without using the rope. This seems... We still have the rope. Alright, here goes. Don't forget to move your hands down before your feet so you don't slip. Hike your skirt a little so you don't get it caught too. It's easier that way. The missing rung! Alright, there's a missing rung near the bottom. Watch your step or you'll fall. Like this idiot. Why do you have to say that? Why do you always have to embarrass me? Yeah, I'm used to Kirby being there, not gonna lie. I got it, thanks. Whee! Okay. The missing rung at the bottom, somewhere. Please don't fall. And down the ladder? Okay. You know what? That wasn't too bad. Okay. And at least people know that we're in the mine, too, is the other thing, right? Okay, I did it. I'm at the bottom. Good luck doing whatever you're doing down there. Hope you don't die. Thanks. Oh well, time to take a look around. Okay. Does this work? Oh yeah. Got a full break. What have I missed? They're gonna put frogs in the box in the church. And we've heard some stories. A lot of different coins down here. A tablet that's still writing on it. Ooh. It's a poem? A love note? I would have chucked this shit down a mine shaft too. Let's go. A larger version of some of Baltus's contraptions. This winch must have been attached to some sort of pulley system. Okay, cool. Sorry, I couldn't resist with that one. And should see what I can find from the Roman era. Bones, far too big to be human. Maybe a mule, maybe it hold the winch. Yeah, it died down here. It must be what scared Apollo so much. Cave or piece of pottery. We'll go back to the cave. Another cave, another rock. What if they're all the same pot? Cave in, the wood here looks newer than the first part of the mine was collapsed recent. Okay, so we gotta be careful. Okay. What's in here? What's in this cave? More pottery. Ooh. A Latin inscription. Tassia, give me water or Pluto preserve me. The salt is drying me to death. Yikes, doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. Okay, that can't say that's too surprising. Ooh. Oh, art. Ooh, looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. There's the aqueduct and the spring. The abbey was an old fort up on the hill and the rest of the town. Wait, what is this building? I don't recognize it. Mithraeum? Can't quite tell what's meant to be the label on the map. Maybe some sort of temple. Whatever it is, it's not in Tassing now. Interesting. I like the music of you've discovered something. Another inscription, not very formal. A worker must have carved it. Later soul ascended in the Mithraeum. My soul will descend in this damned hole of salt. That's rough. He died down here then. But again, Mithraeum must have been important to the Romans. This is why picking polyglot in a game like this was a great idea, chat. Okay. In a game like this, language, being able to read, has helped us a lot. Looks like an altar, but what would an altar be doing in the salt mine? It's even carved out of the salt. Okay, okay. Down we go. More pottery. Oh, pottery is scattered everywhere. We've got so much of it. More Latin writing. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we'll make our own altar to the gods. I see. The Mithraeum was some sort of kind of temple, and that's why they carved the thing above, is because they thought they weren't going to get up there, right? I mean, like the other traits were also useful, but I was like, man, being able to read stuff is so helpful in this. All right. Another cave. More pottery. So it matches the other piece I found. Oh, little doll of some kind. Must have been the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers found in the fields. To think there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in the fields and caves. And collect some more pottery. Every time she's like, ugh, another piece. Anyway. And another piece. And another piece. I have a lot of these pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. Oh, puzzle time. Ayo, it's got better. See, I fixed it, chat. We made a mess, but I fixed it. The figures in this pot look like they're telling a story. These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see, there must be Perchta, and those must be forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Oh my god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Maybe a chieftain is sacrificing a man to Perchta. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. These look like spirits. They must be coming to feast on the sacrifice. Must be how our ancestors tried to keep testing safe. They offered sacrifices to Perchta. I think that our ancestors made this, and I'm holding it now. Maybe this could be what I paint. Part of our history, but I'm not sure this is the best part of the story to portray. It's barbaric and very pagan. I doubt anyone will want to see this past. Yeah, look, it is part of our history, but I'm not sure if I should draw that because it's like very, very intense. I had to think about it before I decided for certain. Alright, I better keep going before I run out of oil. Yeah, okay. I'll be able to go any further with all the rubble. I suppose it's as far as I can go. The murals on the wall showed me what testing was like when the Romans were here. Wonder if I can find out what this Mithraeum was, or what it is. Putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest stories of testing. I think I've seen everything I can... everything I can down here. My oil is running out. Okay. Well, out we go. Now to climb up and hopefully not die. Gravely injure myself. Fingers crossed, chat. Ah! Who's that? Hello, is someone there? Hey! Hey! Who was that? I'd better get out of the shaft before another rock comes down. Fuck, someone trying to kill me too? Bro! The fuck? I told multiple people I was down here. That was so rude. Who was that? Are you guys saying that because you're enjoying the fact that she almost got murdered? Or how many people knew? No. Till, the two people in Balthazar's area, the two twins, maybe someone else? Now that I have more information, I can make some decisions. Should get back to the rat house and get to work. Okay. Oh, time's passing. He wears a long beard. True. Not many people, to be honest. The pig! Hey, you! Say nothing. I'm talking to you. Answer me. Yes? Hello, Brant, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? That's not my pig. I'm the printer's daughter. Meow. Didn't ask for your name. I asked why you were grazing pigs here. Answer me. That's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner, you're the only other person I've seen. The pig doesn't belong to you. What are you doing here? I'm with child and I was just craving for acorns. It's almost funny how many women have tried giving me the same excuse. Alright, let me ask a different question. Whose pig is this? I don't know. The pig was in the woods when I came in here. A mysterious lost pig who apparently belongs to no one. Say, I suppose so. Ah! Oh, okay, it shot the pig. Bro, you just killed a pig. Jesus. Ah, I thought they were going to shoot me. I was a bit scared. I was like, Jesus, I just told you I was potentially pregnant. You're going to shoot me? Okay. And those who brought them here. Jeez, okay. Do you understand? Yep, okay. Remind your neighbors what happens when you break the Lord's laws. Jeez. Maybe the Lord's men patrol these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. Suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of here. Okay, bye, piggy. Can't even have you for dinner, apparently. Yeah, I think it was that guy. To be fair. Do I want to talk to what's-her-face to tell her to get the fuck out of here? That was a bit intense. Okay, nobody wants to talk to me. Alright, I'm out of here. To the rat house. True. Definitely not also us. Okay. I got like, oh no, what if he falls like inside the building? Fucking odds, man, go away. Magdalene, can't you let it go? Mags is so much easier. No, Otto Zimmerman, I can't. Ugh, don't call me. Fine. Anyway, Magdalene, how's the mural going? Doesn't look like much yet. Neither do you, but the town has learned to accept it over the last 18 years. He does, Beck, but we have done every opportunity I've taken the opportunity to say that every single man in this town is worthless. And I'm gonna continue. I haven't even started yet. What do you know about it? Do you even know the difference between egg tempera and oil paint? We don't need to savagely murder him just yet. We'll wait for later. I mean, it has one egg in it, I guess. You're hopeless. I just finished priming the wall. Now I have to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together the history of Tassing when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey Library burned, I could only rely on stories from the people around Tassing, and even what I could find about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint. So, what is it? I'll use the pottery and tools the farmers have found to show how we lived before the Romans. So you can tell me a story about the god Mars as a wolf and the nymph Tassia. I kind of like this story. Oh wait, no. Il Peter remembered a legend about Chieftain Ratus who healed a wolf that led him to the spring. I'll recreate an image I found in the mine. No, I kind of like the one Il Peter told us, right? Because the one about Smokey might get us a little bit in trouble, but the Il Peter story was actually kind of good. How we helped the wolf, and because we helped the wolf, that links to Perchta and the Wild Hunt. I think I'm gonna go the one with the wolf, because I like that story. Kind of sounds like a story I heard about a saint. I don't think I've heard it, sorry. So what made you choose this story anyway? It's a story about our pagan past that isn't overly supernatural. I like that it's about the founding of Tassing. Everyone knows the spring in the woods. I think it'll make for the most beautiful artwork. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Guess that's true. We all know that it's old and it's always been here. This just tells a story about how we found it. Thanks. Yeah. Of course, I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. See, we want that because he's part of the thing, right? The council. I better start thinking about the next section. All right. Magdalene? Yeah. He's trying. Gonna have to do a bit more to impress us. It's been a few hours. We got like maybe an outline or something? No, we're back home. Now that I've decided to depict Tassing's earliest history, I should decide how to paint Kearsal's history. You like odds? I just like bullying him, honestly. Mother Illuminata's letter mentioned a Matthew, who used to be a brother in Kearsal. She said he knew a great deal about Abby's history. I should write to him and ask for what he remembers. And I have Esther's letter to answer to. Okay. I should also read the book Brigitte gave me. Maybe I'll learn something pertinent for the murals. How do I sit down and read a book? Oh, am I gonna read it to Dad, maybe? Where to begin? Right, the old book. It was the Barons of He's dying. He got blunt force trauma. About like 5 minutes in, Soraya, he got hit over the head with something by a mysterious visitor. So, when the Romans, having conquered the town, built up the walls around it, they established many temples there. This is harder to read than I thought. The book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in the farmer's house for so long. Let's see. Section about the various dedications in the town. This might be easier to read. Mars? Roman god of war and agriculture. Okay. I raise a vision in a field so that Mars may behold our work. To at least have at least hour, if not two. Who knows? If Diana sat in a place with water oozing up from herself, what did that mean? Let us pray so that he or she may defend the town. I mean, we've still got the rest of the mural to paint. Maybe someone with better Latin than me can help me read it. This book is so big, though, it could be a lot of work. I could ask Sister Gertrude or Balthus for help. Okay. Werner, too, he's much better at Latin than anyone else in the town. He's not gonna fucking help us. Okay. Maybe Father Thomas, even though he warned me not to bother him with secular books. Not Father Thomas, okay? He's also about to have frogs jump out of the box, so Chancellor Slimley could help, but it might be worth asking. I should finish writing my letters first. Mother Illuminata told me that Matthew knew some of the Abbey's early history. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. I should write to him before the snows come. Okay. Writing time. I like how the stories, like, you were doing different things too. Most revered Matthew, of Psychon 4. See, again, do I want to, no, the new title. Let's go with the new title this time. My name is Magdalene Dreckren. I'm the daughter of Tassing's town printer Klaus. My father and I are creating a mural. We want to show the history of the town. Mother Illuminata told me that you might be the best person to ask about KSL's early history. I heard that you were the sacristan at... No, let's name drop. Let's name drop. Mother Illuminata, person you used to know. Hopefully thought fondly of. I understand you're a busy man, but we'd be most appreciative of any information you could give us. If you know of any other places where we might learn about the Abbey's history, we'd appreciate it. Thank you for your help and consideration. Again, let's not mention the war. Thank you for your help, Magdalene. Why do we always gotta bring up let's not bring it up, you know? Let's not. Esther, please forgive me for not writing sooner. Christ, I don't even know where to begin. The whole world seems to be crumbling around me. Even as my last letter was en route to you, my dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, but God, his injuries are terrible. I worry. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. Dr. Stoll says that he's not going to recover. There's only a matter of time before he succumbs to injury. I don't want to believe it, but it's hard to argue with Dad's condition. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father. Found a note by him and all it said was stop. It wasn't from the shop because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I'd have ever seen. No one in Tassing has such skill in script as far as I know. And anyway, I don't have time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. I had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. They made a fuss about me being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough. You know how it is. I suppose I shouldn't have expected any better. Never mind, I've changed my mind. I can't wait to leave. Maybe it's the coming of winter, but Tassing feels more and more cramped. I've had enough of everyone asking me about the mural and doubting my skill. Working on the mural has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers of my chores. And worrying about my dad. Oz has been coming over under the pretense of helping me prepare my paints too. I wish he'd stop. He's not subtle and his flirting is annoying. I'm sorry. I'm not picking any other answer. And I'd like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas. I'm choosing every negative option we got. We want to get out of here, I think, is going to be the definitive thing. Because if we stay here, we're unmarried, we're going to have a terrible time. I just want to finish in time for Dad to see it. It would mean so much to him. Dr. Sells is right. I don't know how long I have. I hope you're faring better than we are here. All my love, Magdalene. We gotta find better pastures, chat, for Magdalene. I think we gotta get out of here. You know? I feel like I should sleep with a knife under my bed, like under my pillow or something. You know? Like, literally it happened meters away from where we are, you know? I feel like we should be prepared. Just, even if it's like just a little, you know? Oh, time's passing. Is that because we're gonna get a response? Okay. Ah, yes, more letters. Letters? Letters? God, I can't fucking read. More letters for you. Okay. Thank you. I do like how we always open them immediately. Huh? Letters? Yeah. First is from Reverend Matthew. Oh, it's this guy. I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Kiersau. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I'm not overly inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavours to catalogue the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago, and in the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Okay. Sometime after the Romans left, Christians settled in the region and built Kiersau Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noblewoman of the Kiesel family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. Okay. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Kiesel changed to be run by an abbot. He's a little better. Yeah. At least they survived, you know. I do not know the reason, but many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. May have been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Neighbours put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Whatever that means. Oh, there's a burn to the history of Kiesau. We cannot change the past. I've heard that Sisters of Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the Abbey. I can only hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Assuming they've not consigned the contents of Kiesau's former occupants to a bonfire, you might find something there. Oh, we can go to the hand. Okay. Heard this has been some help to you. Okay, thanks. He wants nothing to do with Kiesau. He's like, I'm glad we didn't include that in the first bit. Esther! Oh, Magdalene! Good morning. Anthony, good morning. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you're gonna need to send word. We're further away than it's easy to travel, but we'll see what we can do. What, Hashem? What's Hashem? The name in Hebrew is a way to refer to God indirectly in formal conversation writing. Okay. Okay. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. We don't know, tell us, we don't know. That's all he could suggest. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I'm encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. The guilds here will protect your right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. You will like Prague much better than Tassing. This is the only game that I've been willing to read the dialogue for you, okay? You should feel very lucky, alright? Truly, I cannot wait for you to visit, but I'm glad that you found some joy in your work on the mural in the meantime. We are all well here. Alicia has been covering a new set of wood cuttings. The father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simond. His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. Okay. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now, so I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. Nice. Okay. So our plan right now is when everything goes to shit, we're going to run away to Prague. Okay, chat? Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. Okay. That's all the letters I have for now. I should head home and check on Dad. Okay. When I was supposed to come check on Dad today, I wonder where he is. Maybe I should try to find him later. Good morning, Magdalene. Good morning, Dad. Feeling any better? Your fever broke at dawn this morning. A little stronger, all things in time. Do you want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. Not hungry right now. I'll be alright. Your letter from the Archdeacon. That's right. What did you learn? Seems sad over what happened during the revolt. Hesitant to tell me anything. I'm pretty sure he still hates everyone in Tassing. I mean, that's, yep. Well, that's pretty much to the point. To say that Abbey was founded by a noblewoman after the Romans left, everything else burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery, so much lost in one night. The Archdeacon did suggest that poor Claire's might have held on to some of the records from the convent. I should be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. Excellent place to start. Okay, so we're going to go talk to the nuns. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. The miller's wife had a long family history in Tassing. Fuck, not the miller's wife. She may know something of the local history that others have forgotten, not the depressed miller's wife. Else, I thought she moved here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. But the Caviezel's used to live all up and down this valley. Okay, go talk to her. Maybe? Yeah, I will. Thanks, Dad. Maybe something remained in the Abbey's ruins. I should definitely check what's left. You be careful, those ruins are dangerous. Yes, Dad. Won't go far into them, Dad. Just take a look. Alright, wear a scarf too. It's getting cold. I can feel it in my bones. I'll see you tonight. Okay. Good point, 404. Good point. Maybe helping, like, yeah. She'll be like, I did something, I was useful. A scrap of happiness. You know? Okay, so we got multiple people we need to talk to. Oh, she's helping! Clara! Yay, Clara. Magdalene, hello Clara, thank you for helping me look after the house. I can't tell you how much more time this gives me to work on the mural. You're so nice. Dad's not these. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I know my dad really enjoys the company. Oh, he sleeps most of the day, but he's been in good spirits whenever I drop in on him. You two keep a clean house, aside from the workshop, but I can't blame you for that. I've left that to you to take care of. I don't want to damage any of the supplies. He's so nice. Such a dear, Magdalene. God bless you. Okay. Do I have anything I need to tidy up over here? It is a bit of a mess. I'll clean it up later. Okay. Fair. Clara's great. I wonder now that the pig got murdered if I can talk to any of the farmers. I don't want to talk to fucking Otts. He's still calling me Mags. I'm putting him on a list. Will Kobe talk to me? Kobe! Ursula, I mean. Need something? Maybe I'm looking to the history of Tassing. Grandpa said he told you things the old ways. Can you recall anything? Of course. I'm fortunate that both my grandfather and Attilia taught me what they knew. Cheers. Someone would be mad about losing a pig in those times. I figured as much, right? Her mind was still so sharp even up until the end. Sharp tongue too, as I recall. Is that why you learned it? Oh my god. Maybe she unwittingly inspired me from afar. No, but I think the boys in this town would turn any girl's wine into vinegar. Oh, they're not that bad. Anyway, I'm grateful I got to spend time with her before she passed. What do you remember? Grandpa told me all sorts of charms and things to do to protect against evil, but I imagine you're not interested in that. He said it was Perchta who protected the forest from witches, not St. John. God and his saints have dominion over the town and abbey, but Perchta still watches over all of our wild places. What about St. Satia? Yeah, the one in the painting, right? Wait a second. He's got a hat now. Wait a second. Someone screenshot that. He's got a hat. Hopefully that was enough time. Incredible. I see. What about Saint Sadia? Grandpa believes in the saints just as he believes in Perchta. Said Perchta's power is shown in certain places and times. There is no conflict for dominion between her and the saints. Attilia knew all these old chants in another language. She told me what they meant, but she couldn't translate them. They have to do with Perchta, but also God and St. Moritz. Where'd they come from? She didn't know, but I think I figured it out after she passed. There were some people coming through town and I heard them speaking their language. Didn't quite sound like the words Attilia used, but close. They said St. Moritz was the patron of their home too. Where were they from? Brabandon, maybe? They were Swiss. They said there was a holy spring in their town that had been blessed by St. Moritz. Were they speaking Romansh? What is Romansh? Spoken in Switzerland. It was a blend of vulgar Latin and early German. Maybe Romansh? Don't know. I only ever heard it that one time, other than from Attilia. She said we all used to know the chants, the language generations ago, but I don't know. Maybe we weren't always the people here. Fair. What do you mean? Maybe we came from somewhere else, our families, I mean. But people have been in Tassing since before the Romans came. That's what I've heard. People say the mine has been here forever. But oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Maybe there's no sense to be made of it. I don't know if any of that is useful to you. I'm glad Ursula told me this, but I can't imagine Father Thomas approves. It'd probably be worse if an Inquisitor heard about some of the things she believes. She's older than me. If she's made it this far, I suppose she'll be fine. I think. I still have to decide. Even if it isn't useful, it's interesting. There we go. Good. Not everyone appreciates hearing about these things. I know. You should be careful, Ursula. Why? Not everyone is as open-minded as I am. I just don't want you to get in trouble. I appreciate the concern. Sorry, Kobe. It's genuine concern. Considering that guy's going around shooting things. Alright, let's try and find who the pig belongs to. Hands? There we go. Hey, did you have a pig? ... Did you need something? How are you doing? Stay safe, Minnie. Yeah. Weather's getting colder. The family. Healthy and hardworking. Simon's taking care of the winter revisions. He's a good boy. You know how beautiful and kind-hearted Judder is. Just like her mother. I don't know how I got so lucky. She'll marry a good man, I'm sure. There aren't too many options in Tassing, though. Oh, sorry, couldn't resist. A few, they better keep their eyes open or they'll miss out. Young Oz is a good man, I've noticed. I'm not so sure about him. His eye seems to wander. He's unmarried, after all. All the same, when Jeddah has children one day, they'll be beautiful and kind, just like their mother. There are worse things to be, I guess. Did my best to raise her right, but her best qualities are all hailing. Give yourself a little credit. ... Kind of you to say. I should get back to it. Okay, bye. Is anybody missing a pig? Anybody? Does nobody care about the murder of a pig? Why does nobody care? Surely, like, if you're missing a pig, you'd be like, oh my god, my livestock. You know, like, I don't understand. How is nobody missing a pig? Who do I gotta talk to find out why this pig is where it is, you know? I guess we'll talk to Else. And see if she wants to help us. Wanted to ask you some questions about your family for the mural. Dad was telling me your family has been in Tassing for hundreds of years. It's for the mural. Not sure I want to get mixed up in that. I wanted to pick your family specifically, if that helps. You're one of the few people who knows anything about the town after the Romans left. ... The Millers have been a pillar of Tassing for the generations. Okay. I'm afraid I only know a little bit. Much of that I heard from others. Leonhard didn't care to talk about the past. I meant your family, the one you were born to. Your family name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Oh. ... Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezels. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I am the last of us left now. Say it's Caviezel, not Caviezelin. Caviezel doesn't sound like a local name. Why wouldn't it be? I am Bavarian. It is my name, so it is a Bavarian name. No one else in town has a name like that. Shouldn't you be Caviezelin? I've always been called Caviezel, as were my sister's and mother, her mother before her. My grandfather told me Caviezels have lived in this area for hundreds of years. Perhaps into 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. Probably pagans then, right? Rather than Romans? So like predating. I'm worried that one of these could offend, depending on the person. And I'm not sure if it's worse to call someone a Roman or a pagan. Okay, at this time don't say pagan. Okay, were they Romans? No. Okay, so we're part of the old people, the original Bavarian people. Okay. So you say that, Zadon, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little concerned. They helped to resettle Tassing after the Romans left, but their new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. Oh, built their new home. Yep. That's the story. How do you know if it's true? I heard it from my family. Why would they lie? Feel like they could misremember. Oh, yes, lie. Why does a story need to be true? However, true it may not be, it doesn't matter. It matters that I believe it and that it connects me to my ancestors. Fair. When I think of the ancient Caviezels driven from their land, only to find it again and become Christians, they feel nearer to me. Do you understand? I get it. Yeah. No, I don't. I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about quoting my mum. I don't know, it's a strange way of thinking. Yeah, sure. We'll just be like, okay. I feel like there's no point, you know. It doesn't matter whether you really remember. God, not the spite sparkles. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrich, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's all right. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezels resettled Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her and them, even though they're far from me now. That's what stories are for. Now go on, you've got a mural to do. Okay, we really didn't get anything helpful. But yeah, thank you, Elise, thank you. Gotta be nice, we gotta say thank you. Oh, I can talk to Anna. I could. Keeping busy, there's always plenty to do. How's the mural going? I have to thank him. Yeah. Look, they say I'm doing a good job. I have to thank him. Truth be told, he enjoys following your progress. I have to bring Andreas and Ulrich by sometime to see your progress. The quote's it's just a random quote. Yep. I won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. You're more than welcome, but there is plaster everywhere. I've just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Whose pig was it? We don't know. We're never gonna know. Can imagine. Oh no. That quote is pretty relevant to this game though. Wow, how did you manage to get a second Kobe quote? Oh. Rolling down in the winter was such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches because it wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable. I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working with my parents more times than I could count. So it wasn't Big Jorg who was the troublemaker? Oh no, Jorg has always been more hardworking. I was a thief and a scoundrel. She did steal this hat. Started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets. Ulrich's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Mailer, your father's friend. I stole it from his head. Of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. My father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already and marched into the church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. Guess you got tired of saying Ruth. That was part of it. I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. When the trouble started in town, I realized that my thieving wasn't doing any good. I decided I'd rather honor my father. Okay. Father and mother. It gives you grace with Andreas and Ulrich on hard days and with the rest of the town too. I think Ulrich would be proud. More charitable than people deserve. Yeah. Thank you, Magdalene. That means more than you know. I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of work to do. Okay. I talked to the small child. No, I like how it always gives us the option and we can never talk. Part of me really enjoys that there was a story of Martin just not being Martin. And they thought he was like a fake person or something. Oh, yeah, there's another person out here. Who's this? Who is this? Martha? Carl? What's up, Carl? So beautiful here, Martha. One moment. Take your time. Hello, Magdalene. Good morning. How are you guys going? I own the pig. Okay, hi, Biden. You let your pig get murdered. November hasn't grown too cold yet. Dr. Stoll says Dad needs to keep using the leg or the pain will get worse. Oh, Dr. Stoll is meant to see Dad too. Not so old, you can sit around at home telling stories. You're about the same age as my dad, aren't you? Klaus has always been too stubborn to grow old. Shame what happened to him. As if you're not stubborn too. Is that a spoon? Yes. No arguments from me there. Peter survives through sheer stubbornness. I don't want to talk about him. No, you're in a good mood today. Testing never ceases to be beautiful. Isn't the meadow a wondrous sight? The days the Lord strengthens me, I like going a bit higher up in the mountains. Used to admire the view with Anton from up there. Anton, my poor boy. It's alright, Dad. Oh. Sorry, Carl. Not your fault. Just a babe then. I can't. It's my fault that he died. It's not, Dad. You know it's not. Shouldn't have been with me that night. He shouldn't have. I was a fool. What happened? Let him continue. Yeah, just don't let him continue. Abby was engulfed in flames. The heat, you wouldn't believe it, seared the hair off my eyebrows. I was bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. My godforsaken dude stepped between us. I hope he burns in hell. Can't imagine what that was like. Oh. I still think of my mother every day. Nothing can make up for a loss like that. I pray I see him in death. It's not good for you to dwell on these memories. I know, permit an old man his weaknesses. How old were you during the revolt, Martha? 7. I didn't understand what was happening. ... Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing. There was screaming. Mum and a couple of the men who brought Dad in were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton?" There was blood on the floor. Traumatic time. Yeah, this is the murder game. It's very good. There's been multiple murders. A few attempted ones, you know? You cried so much you threw up, we couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Oh, so at least one of them died in the fight. I wonder if... Well, we still don't know what happened to Casper. I'm sorry. How did you go on? Did I? I don't know. Some nights I think I'm there still. The Abbey is always burning. Elena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for. Wait for him to continue. I had to keep going for Martha, and somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that was all Helena's doing. If it's any good, it's because of you. Thank you for telling me about the night. Time doesn't heal, Magdalene, but it does dull the ache. It's time we continued with the walk. Okay. I don't know if I picked the right answers there, but she talked to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun. She'd be able to tell me about the history for the mural. Okay, let's talk to Gertrude. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask you. I have a book, but I can't read it. Oh. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have asked her. Grammar structures are far too complex. Sorry. That's okay. About the mural, did you need more paint? I have plenty stored away. I have more than enough paint. I want to ask you about the history of Kiersau. I like to include Abbey's founding and the history of Tassing Saints in the mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Brother Matthew did become a reverend, did he? I was always suited to such a role. I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history. Yep. Yep. Hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. Poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. That makes my job difficult. Let me finish. Always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life. I suppose exploring... I have always been drawn to your veil, sister. There's just something about the fashion. Oh my god, the options we get as her are so much funnier. I want to see what she says. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? I have a few other things to do first. Come find me if you change your mind. Okay. Yep. Let's go. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition. We pray for his recovery. I didn't know you'd heard about that. Thank you, Abbess. It's our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. What is this about, Sister Gertrude? You know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckrin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Yeah. I wonder that you've never come up to the Abbey before, Mistress Druckrin. God is calling you to the convent. I'm more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? I'm worried that helping my father, running the shop alone, and finishing the mural are too much for me. If I become a sister, I won't have to marry, which is far better than being stuck bearing kids for the rest of my life. So do we tell the truth? Because that is, I mean, she might not like that answer though, but it would be the truthful answer. But I also want her to let me look inside, right? I don't want her to be like, don't do that, you know. And it would hardly be the first time she's heard that though. Fuck it, we'll give it a shot. I did not encourage such a reason for joining the order. The Lord commanded man to be fruitful and multiply. However, I understand if the Lord brings you to the convent for such a reason. Some women are born barren. If you truly desire the holy life, then you're more than welcome to observe the sisters. Please come. I'm happy to tell you more about the order. Thank God we got away with it. Well, it literally said lie, 404. So it's like, small convent used to be part of the Kiersau double monastery. I'm sure you've been told about it by Sister Gertrude. The Poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We finally get to see, though. I believe it is not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. None of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you? Not entirely certain. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. You must not have understood me. We deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters during their duties, disturbing our rule. I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. Okay. When you've finished, please come find me and we'll discuss your decision to join. Oh no, Mags. Mags making a bad impression already. She's like, God, I thought she'd never stop talking. She's like, huh? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting. I'm gonna take a look around. Where are we going first? Now that lecture's over, where can I get what I came for? Oh my God. Convent has many parts: the kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. This area is pretty though. Courtyard? It's cold today. Okay. It is colder, I guess. Not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built into the monastery. God bless you, Sister Benedicta. She's doing something. Oh, she's smashing ice. I see. Do I recognize you? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. The youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca only allows one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. I see. Interesting history, but not clues. Yeah. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside. What are you doing up in the convent? What, has been Casper all along? Well, he wasn't alive during the first bit, so unlikely. Mother Francisca said I should look around. Don't let me get in the way then. I'm like, let's not lie to more of the nuns. Okay, I want to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? I don't mind it at all. Far quieter than home. I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts? Ghosts? No, everything's been normal. Haven't noticed anything odd. It's about Sister Marie's ghost. I think it's Mauritius myself. Oh no. Who? Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. Good night, Caleb. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Okay. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Nice, nice. What if this is a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing? Christian refugees? Yes, the book said they were fleeing Roman persecution. Maybe under Nero, I don't remember. Sister Marie said she saw a ghost. I thought it might be Mauritius trying to get us out. Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What'd you do with the book? Oh, well, had it with me in the kitchen one day and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Oh no. Stare in shock and horror. Yes. Tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry. Oh my God. I can't, I mean, how could, never mind. I suppose it's better the book got some use before it was lost forever. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the mural. Thanks for telling me about the book. I won't tell Francisco. Okay. That's very funny. Solid oopsies. Art studio? Ah, this looks nice. Oh. Cough? Oh. Workshop's covered in dust. This is the sisters' workshop. Used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. Looks like everything has been just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in here for years. We can't subsist on painting, and the Poor Clares don't produce good for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. Art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said, Father, clothe the lilies of the field in beauty. Just because art isn't essential to survival means you can't do any kind of painting? That sounds horrible. We have other ways to make art, singing, telling stories, things like that, but yes, the workshop is off limits. Boo. Art doesn't let us come in here unless we're putting something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing, paint pots too. I think it's one of the sisters secretly painting. No, we all live too close together around the convent for something to go unnoticed. I think it's sad the workshop was left like this. It's probably the twins stealing shit. I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you're here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you and you seem to love art. Without it, you'd hate it here. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Such valuable paint left to dry. Alas. Oh, pictures? An old parchment. Is it going to be a note? No, it's not. Okay. Looks like the scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin. I was waiting for it to be purple text, okay? I was waiting. The Mithram of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Oh, the Mithram, I see. This might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder where it would mention the Mithraeum. Why would I have written that in the margins of a manuscript? Where's the rest of this book? But all the books have been burned. Kind of big luxury then, probably. Wherever the book ended up, it's not here. Damn, unlucky. Anything else I can look at? Old badges are beautiful. Oh, that's a bit sad. Abandoned art. I want to go. Okay, I can just click on the door. Oh, cat! Oh, Marguerite with the cat. That's nice. Kitchen. It's not that interesting. Nothing interesting here. Sister Marie and Yesabo take care of most of the kitchen duties. This is the one that links into the aqueduct, right? Oh, cat and a fish. God bless you. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it's my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. Shouldn't someone be helping? No, the Almighty's given me a gift. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, he gave me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Oh, God. Such things are blessings when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Okay. Okay. But didn't Christ die so that we don't have to suffer? How many remarks do you think I can make before I get kicked out? Question, chat. How many things do you think I can say before I get kicked out of here? He does not. Christ's death opened the door to eternal life without pain. But as long as our souls are bound in this world, suffering will exist. Chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Okay. I don't really understand, but I'm glad it helps. At least we have some more, like, honest options as mags. Are you delivering something? Yeah, let's not say that. You brought such joy to me this day. Whoopsies. Haven't actually joined yet. If you have a strong stomach, perhaps you can help Sister Isabel me in the kitchens. Oh no, I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Graciously taken on that task for me. Okay, we need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. Okay. Kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? We're just gonna upset half the nuns by not actually joining, aren't we? But that's okay, because we'll probably never see them again after we leave. Cookman needs replacing over the years. Some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire. A lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Not. Oh no. Trick of the light. Moonlight must have gotten caught in the smoke of the fire, and you thought you saw an apparition. Could have been ghost of one of the sisters from the founding of the convent. Maybe even Saint Tassia. Maybe. She's never said a word to me, although I fell prostrate in prayer before her. The spirit, whoever it was, rose up through the ground at vigils. Okay. Dawn and dusk, the hours and the boundary between this world and the spiritual world are the weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there is something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. There is. Spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. A Roman spirit might be a great addition to the mirror. I don't know if the council would approve though. A spirit in KSL, why would it come to the convent? Breaks my heart to think the spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond the heaven's reach. Why don't we just keep going, Mags? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, sister. Oh my god. I was wondering what you meant, Neon. I was like, but that makes a bit more sense. Okay. Our options are let's go to the chapel. Sure. Oh, here goes a picture. No. It's a chapel where we all gather for mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. All right, all right. And the most drafty. Okay, Gertrude. Hello again. Sister Gertrude's just like, I got you guys, don't worry. I've done some minor retouches over the years, but it represented the abbey from its earliest days. There's a tower in the library. The cloister is still being constructed. Tower become Bergfried? Long before the structure... What? Yeah, please, tell me... Oh, I can't click. I'm not going to be able to click. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Bergfried. A freestanding defensive tower not built for permanent habitation. Oh, okay. Duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. Okay. These walls are protecting from the attacks of spirit and steel. Okay. There's Latin here too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kiesel's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of the Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Well done, Magdalene. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. Look at me being able to read. Lady Kiesel was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Fair. Kiesel is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male, 1 female, to guard the town and abbey. Managed the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire. Seems odd that a monastery would reuse a place meant for war. Fascinating to think even before the Duke gifted it to church, the fortification was founded by Samarites. Older than the Holy Roman Empire? Many things have been built and torn down on this land over the generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right. This mural will be a great reference. Okay. Yay. Thanks, Gertrude. Are we getting kicked out? We got one more place to go. What was the last place? To the right, I think? Or is that just us leaving? Okay. Here's the aquarium. Most of the abbey's visitors come in here but aren't allowed to enter. We weren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is part of our vows. Okay. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out to town sometimes, even talk to men! But I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life. Look, you were talking to Andreas. It was a debatable life choice. Doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. Must seem like a boring life. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion Sister Gertrude and the others have. If she hates life here, maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. She must have chosen to stay here for some reason. Maybe I should encourage her on her vacation. Even I've had days when I never wanted to be a printer again. Oh, interesting now. Maybe I can help her see the joys of monastic life again. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Okay. You didn't always want to be a poor Claire? Do you regret your choice? Let's ask the middle one. Ha! No, who would want to be a nun? My father promised me to the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into poor Claire's the summer I turned 17. Oh man. I'm sorry. No one should be forced into a life they don't want. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy. Between our legs or on our backs, it doesn't matter. Oh. Okay. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. I understand. I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. It's true. For the days of running around, I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude or even Sister Marguerite. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. True. If you could do anything else, what would it be? Sure, let's ask. I would have liked to go to one of the big cities at least once. I would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Sigh. Oh. Thank you for listening. I mean, I felt like it was better to ask, right? Let me show you the rest of the quester. Okay. I can see why people choose the holy life, but it's not for me, not without art. To be honest, it seems like a life of drudgery. Kind of say the appeal of such a small life. It offers its own freedoms from the world, even if I'm not drawn to it. Go with the middle. You've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Oh, I'm sorry. You have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. I think you should go. Your family just left you here. You don't owe the sisters anything. Oh, I failed. Oh, I tried. But I think I boosted her things rather than negatively reinforce them. Oh well. I do though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love them. Yeah. Look, there's not much we can do. If this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows? Maybe we'll get better in time. Maybe I'll try to help in any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. That would be wonderful, as long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return before she suspects something. Okay. Thanks for showing me around. I appreciate it. Let's go fight. Yeah, okay, cool. What's your assessment of the poor Claires? Is the Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? Compelled to the devoted life, but I'm afraid I must tend to my father first. I think I prefer my books and printing. In any case, I need to finish the mural. I hadn't thought about my holy duty of providing children to a husband. I just can't give that up. Well, I can't pick that one because I just said I didn't want to, you know, do that. I prefer my books and printing, and in any case, I need to finish the mural, and then I might take over. Do I just be honest? I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you. Just as Eve was weaker than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. The community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. Oh, Gertrude. Thanks, Gertrude. I hope you don't get in trouble. I'm frustrated there's so left of the Abbey. I learned about the Poor-Clares, but not as much about the history of the Abbey as I wanted. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task it would have been. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. Truth, the Abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kiersau was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire was simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. True. Did anything survive? Some of the buildings are intact, but all terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside, other than charred wood and parchment. Might still be worth taking a look if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. I mean, fair, honestly. You're most welcome. Okay, thank you. Did learn more about the founding of Kiersau. The illustration for the manuscript, the Mithraeum, is like the one of the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey or Tassing? Must be written down somewhere. Even if the if only the library hadn't burned down. Yeah, the ruins are right here. Maybe not everything was destroyed. True. Oh, I went backwards somehow. Whoopsies. All right. Let's take a peek. Oh boy, gotta be careful. This is amazing. I wonder what it would have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Oh, cool. I mean, if we die at a church, it's kind of a fitting end. Oh god, what are you doing? Oh shit. Mags! Mags, the fuck? What the fuck? You can't jump from there. You gotta climb down. Oh my god. Maybe they weren't wrong. Mags is truly, gonna get injured at some point. Yep. Oops, she fell. She's not dead. I can't get up there. If I climb it, it might collapse further. Well, anyway. Guess I'll have to find another way out. It's okay. Ooh, tower? Oh god. It's getting worse. Nothing left of the old staircase. Guess I can't go this way. Guess we're gonna climb the vines. These vines go all the way to the top. They look sturdy enough. There's no other way out, so guess off we go. The bells are gone. I guess they fell, right? I can see all of Tassing from here. Wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. Bestie, the top of a tower is not a good way to get out. Yep. I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Now we're climbing down onto the roof. Oh god. Debatable life choices right here. This is where Casper was hiding, but we never figured out where Casper went. And I really want to know if he died or not. What if I had drama ran in the family? You're not wrong. Oh god. I can remember when the library burned down. My dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming. Hey, friendo, how's it going? I hope you're well. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. Doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? Well. Flowers? Roses have made the Abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still going there. Welcome back to the door to see your chat box, Raven. I mean, yeah. I can't say it's too much of a surprise. But almost every time you guys are spamming something, right? I can't read the graves! Okay, so there's the cloister. Well, let's look around here. There's more flowers. You have anything to say about the flowers? Nope, still talking about the roses? Okay. Can I interact with any of the graves, I wonder? No. Okay. It makes me a bit sad, but she wouldn't know. I mean, there's no reason for her to know, right? Okay. So the cloister, which is still broken down. Cats? Wonder if there were always this many cats. There were quite a few. I can ask Waslav what he remembers. Alright. Cat. Wild cat, though. Please don't bite me. Okay. Even the wild cats still appreciate pets. I like the music in this area. Did you see that they're putting out a vinyl for this game as well? I'm like, music in this is really nice. When it is playing music, it's often just like atmospheric music, but it is really pretty. Can I break into here? Door stuck? No, okay. The death painting. Oh, someone's drawn on it. Oh, the old mural, it's worn. I can still see some of the figures. A dance of death. Who's drawn all over the fucking mural, man? What is this? I would think it is, right, Neon? I don't know. Dance of death? Who's drawn all this shit? What the fuck? These figures look new. They can't be more than a few years old. Okay, wait. So we got some dude getting eaten and sacrificed. We've got this is surely, what's it called? This is surely that dude. What was he called? The first dude that got murdered. This guy. The evil guy. Right? And then, I don't know. Someone's adding to this. I'm like, what is this? Feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death? I mean, yeah, and this is one of the dudes, right? Surely. Oh no! Is this the kid? Is this the kid? Do we think? Look at people from the town, people who died. That must be the Baron. Yeah, that's Otto, right? Had the thing drop on him. That's the dot. Oh no, he was what's it called? Brother guy. Yeah, the guy who we said was doing the witchcraft stuff. Oh, someone else is here. Someone's here. Oh no. Hello? Running? Who are you? Dot. Oh well, we might get murdered. Yeah, so I think because we couldn't get the guy to leave, I think he died. He probably died trying to save us, I would imagine. Well, I think that's because he has the bag, right? And didn't the kid always have the bag? Rip Andreas, but also rip Casper. I think Casper died. So I think this is Casper. Paul could have painted this. Paul was always drawing already, right? This could be Paul. Paul could have a dark side and he could be running into the church to paint shit. He's the only other person I know that did paintings. Right? So. Casper's been living in the church all these years. Oh, the door's open now. Whoever's watching me must have opened it. ... Don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. I want to get out of here. Oh, we have to go this way because we can't escape any other way. Oh God. Time's passing? Do we escape? Oh, thank God. When did it start snowing? That would make sense as to why nobody's mentioned, what's it called? Mention things, right? Mention Casper or anything. Do we want to talk to anyone in here? We haven't really. I kind of resent them. Meg, sorry, I can't talk for long right now. Magdalene, please. Call me by my name. You've more courtesy than Ots and Apollo put together. What are you doing? It's almost December. Preparing for the festivities is hard work. Mum and Dad need my help. At least you have 2 parents! Fuck! I mean, you have 2 parents, but one of them was too, like, cowardly to say anything, and one of them was cheating on you with the man who was sleeping with the entire town. Okay, I'm not saying that. It's a good thing they have you helping out. Oh, sometimes the barbed option gives us some real mean shit to say. Holy shit. Make sure the golden hand becomes noteworthy. Yep. Quite a lofty goal. Into the lifeblood of the land. Lenhart, so the miller was like, because we basically were like, hey, we know you're cheating with Hannah, the person from the inn. And he was like, yeah, and I've slept with every woman in town. What's the problem? And we were just like, huh? It was very memorable, Kobe. It was very memorable. Because we really thought we'd got him in like a gotcha moment, right? We were like, we know you're cheating with Hannah. And he was like, and? Growth of testing, construction of the rat house, the mural, these only bring in more people. Well, he's dead, so, you know. We did burn him alive in the mill. How's the mural going? Fine. At least you can read in other languages. True. There's a history of testing in one of those books no one here knows about. Hardly, I don't think this town has ever been important enough. Sorry, Magdalene, I have to get back to work. Okay. Thanks. How is your father? Hanging on. Dr. Sells is concerned he's not improving. I know the season makes it difficult, but he needs the best of what you have in storage if he's to heal. I'll send Nico over with a few of our good apples later. Oh, they're giving me food. Hell yeah. I'm sure Klaus would appreciate the visit. I'm very grateful. Yes, mutual. Your father has done much for me and Nico over these years. Even counsel us in our marriage problems. Okay, you're what? It's only that, well, your father is a learned man in books, yes, but it matters of family too. You're proof enough, I should think. A respectable young woman like you raised all alone. Sorry, I should have brought up your mother. I know it still hurt, of course. Wish I'd had the chance to know her. All I know of her is what others have told me. She lives in you. I see it in your stature, in your mind. She's still here with us. You've grown into quite a woman, Magdalene. I hope you find a happy marriage with a man worthy of the woman your father raised. Don't I get any credit for who I've become? Yeah. Just as prickly as your mother too, she always demanded all credit due for her labors. See, that was fair. I'm like, excuse me. No doubt Father Thomas has his thoughts on that, but I always appreciated that she refused to hide her light under a bushel. Just like you. But that's enough talk from me. There's work to be done. Okay. I'm going. Okay, bye. Anyone outside? Probably not. Oh. Hello, random person. ... Can't talk. Oh. I see. ... Must be good at writing then. I'm Casimir's musician with Alexander. Ah, I see. Okay. Magdalene Drekrin, I live here in town. Are you Polish? ... Okay, let's find out. Yes. What are you two doing in Tassie? Could I talk to this guy? Like, wouldn't it be, like, would it save him time? No? Okay. Ask Alexander, sorry. Okay. My apologies. Let me talk to the other guy. ... Yeah, thanks. God bless you. Yeah. Whoopsies. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to make you write a whole bunch. My man and I are in need of refreshments. They're 3 burgers. Oh, is that their last name? Burgers. Okay. I'm not Hannah. You could be Nico or Killian in an elaborate disguise? Excuse me? Truly, anything is possible. The improbable is not the impossible, and through such incredulity may the accomplished deceiver succeed. Okay. I'm Magdalene. From the print shop, yeah. Yes, it's my father's. Not much business for a print shop at this time of year, is there? Nor for a land house. It looks like the travel has all dried up. How did you wind up here? No, I should think this was just a stop on my way back to Wurzburg from Padua. Okay. I'm Alexander, that's my partner, Casimir's. Musicians by trade, travelers by necessity. Just purchased a new instrument for Casimir's in Padua. The luthiers are extraordinary. Heading back to Wurzburg for the Christmas celebration. Okay. An important competition there for, I guess, master singers, probably. The weather turned rotten so quickly. The rain has been awful and the roads through the passes have all been mud. We don't know if we'll be able to make it to the competition. Oh. If the passes do close before we're able to move on, will they open up soon? Never impossible! Never lose hope, of course, but that's not encouraging. Held on to hope against what all reason tells us. I suppose I should plan for us to stay here through the winter. Sorry, Kaz. Oh. I mean... yeah, play music for us. Do the people here like music? Have you been someplace where people didn't like music? Pains me to admit this, but I've certainly been to places where people don't like my music. Okay. With your patience and God's help, we will endeavor to find music you and your neighbors enjoy. I look forward to hearing it. Okay. Not really a helpful conversation, I suppose, but I guess it doesn't hurt. You never know what's going to become an important conversation until someone gets murdered. You know? What brings you to the Golden Hand? I'm on my way back from the Abbey. Just thought exploring the ruins would be helpful. Good to see you in one piece and surprised the old tomb hasn't collapsed. Would you mind doing me a favor? Hannah's birthday's coming up and I asked Gret to make her something special. Killy and I have our hands full, so I was hoping you might pick it up. Sure. Why not? Everyone in here is dead? Yeah. I'll have some of Balta's fresh brew set aside for you when you get back. It's his best yet. Nice. I forgot he was making beer. But I appreciate it all the same. Be well. Okay, so I need to go see Gret. Okay. Off I go. Off I go. Oh, there's so much to do, Chad. There's so much to do. And I don't really like... I know I could just ignore half the side quests, but... like... it's interesting. I still don't know who killed the... like, who had the pig. And that makes me upset. Come to admire a well-chiseled craftsman at his best. Roll your eyes. I suppose that means no. Roll your eyes even harder. You've made your point. It really and truly means no. You got it, Craft. You will remember this. Still got my wits with me. Have you come to see the repairs I've been doing then? To tell the truth, it's not going as well as I'd hoped. What's the issue? I hit a snag either when it came to my came to the stone or the tools or my lack of artistic skill. Oh, excuse me. Oh. But it's more than that. It's like in my head, I can't see the right way. My dad wants me to help out on the farm more. I want to be there, but Grandpa taught me everything about the craft. He really wanted me to succeed, and I do enjoy the work. It's as if I can talk to the stone, you know, not literally, but I can see how the lines of tension flow through the rock. I understand how to form one thing from another, how to create, make something that lasts. Grandma even offered to sponsor an apprenticeship under a master stonemason. Dad will support me either way, but I still feel like I'm pulled both directions at once. Agnes is often crafted once in a lifetime opportunity. With the right master, he could make something of himself. Is that what he really needs, or will people compare him to his father? Yeah, he can make something of himself. His family will be alright without him, right? ... You can support your family and it makes you happy. It's the right choice. You can't live by the rules and demands of others. Oh god, I don't know what to pick here. Which one encourages him to go on the thing, chat? Maybe that if you can support your family and it makes you happy, it's the right choice. That's probably the easiest one, right? One? Alright, at least you guys are agreeing with me. That makes me feel better. Seems like good advice? Alright. When you say it that way, it sounds the most reasonable, doesn't it? But I still can't get away from the doubts. No one can fully escape their doubts, but don't let that stop you. I wish I had your confidence and fortitude. Did you learn that all from Klaus? This is hard. I don't know what to do. I think you should take the apprenticeship. I think you should do the father and the father. I think you should take the apprenticeship. It's better than staying in Tassing, right? I'm failing. I haven't been nice to him at all. Oh well. Okay. Well, he's made a choice, right? Maybe I should have picked the other choice so it went the other way. If I'm gone, there'll be no one to look up the town stone. The church's foundation is in serious condition. Who's to say there won't be another flood come spring? I think I should stay. I have to tell Grandma I've made up my mind. Well, he made a choice. Okay. No problem. I'm like, I don't know if I can call you call us friends. I'd like to reuse stones from the ruin of the abbey, but Father Thomas forbids it. Just quality stone going to waste. I don't get it. A burnt ruin of an abbey is still a religious site. He's being meek, as he always is. I mean, it is a religious site, so it's like, eh. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. So it'll be like stones from one holy building to another. All right, stay well. Yeah, I wonder. Or if it would have been like, yeah, you haven't convinced him at all. Yeah, I don't know. No way to know. What's this guy want? Apollo? Nothing? Where are we going? Ah, shit, we need to go to the church. Okay. We'll ask about the frogs. Okay, church, frogs, and then we'll go see Gret. There's too many things to do. Ah, it's overwhelming. Okay. In here. See the doctor at some point. Yeah, we'll do that on the way back. Because we'll go to the bakery and we'll go to the other place. Hello, Thomas. God bless you, Magdalene. Do you have a moment? Oh, shit. I don't ask him about the book. Thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. I may incorporate them, but there are other possibilities. I will endeavor to convince you to include them. Okay. There is one saint you're overlooking. The Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. She visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. In Tassing? In Tassing? She appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. First, she told him that she wanted to tell the Bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant travelled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. Seems like a reasonable response, all things considered. Perhaps, but blessed are those who believe but have not seen. Sadly, the bishop did not believe. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth, the one on here. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark, and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. Why didn't she just give him the labyrinth the first time? Exactly. ... Anyway, the bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant who told him of the 2 apparitions. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story. We came here to Tassing. Keep listening. When the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Keep listening. So the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear the story? When was the painting made? I think if I include the saints in the mural, I'll place a lady among them. Yeah, you're not from Tassing. How did you hear about this? The people told me when I came. The former priest told them when they were children, and so on. The priest and the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Okay. Thank you for the story. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Perhaps you'll find the prayer that gives you greater clarity. Okay, thanks. I guess I'll go look at the painting. Should get back to the rat house and get to work. Yeah. We got some stuff to do. Okay. Gotta check in on the doctor. He's meant to see how... I just realized that this has been a long day for us. A long day. Oh, I didn't need to go up here. Oh, didn't I need to talk to Wazlab about something? No? Oh, Matilda, maybe? How are you guys going? How are you keeping? I was worried with you keeping the house and the workshop. Let me bring back some soup. Hell yeah. And Dad would love that. I've hardly had a moment to cook a hot meal. You're very kind. Thank you. Our vocation may have changed, but our gratitude to God and the town is not. Oh yeah, he was like the people's church person, right? Or was he like half a doctor? I can't remember. Hard to imagine you two ever lived in the Abbey. Sometimes those days feel like another lifetime. She was a nun, was she? Oh, a harder time to be sure. Were the Benedictines anything like the Poor Clares? We lived simple lives of devotion, but not that simple. I'm given to understand that they don't make art in the convent now. Such a shame in that beautiful workshop. In any case, a nun's vow will include the dedication to a simple life with all the challenges that entails. I struggled with my vows, my discipline. I couldn't live as my sisters did. I broke my vows, as did Waslav. Yep. My God, Matilda, was there nobody else? No, I'm not. I wouldn't ever know. There is no reason right now to be that mean, okay? He's right there, okay? God damn. Oh. I seduced her? Oh, you certainly did not. Are you telling young Magda here that you seduced me? What's up? Please shut up. Anyway, you left the Abbey. We were found out, but our secret was kept still about it ate at my heart. Being falsely accused of murdering the old Baron terrified you, and rightly so. I don't think I ever accused her of doing that. Must almost account for our sins. I was afraid I would account for mine sooner than I thought. Those are the hardest years of my life. I don't think I accused her, did I? Repented and prayed to God to absolve me. The Lord always provides even the darkest of days, and the Abbey's destruction gave us a second chance. I can't imagine the townsfolk were happy that you stay. It must be strange to leave that life after so long. Yeah, sure. I admit it's been strange not to be able to enter the convent. We may have accused everyone a little bit, true. Miss the sisters terribly some days, but truthfully it's been a relief not to be constrained by my vows. Fair. The Lord forgives more readily than man. I don't think we accused her either. Unless she was the person that was being talked about that had... No, wait, one of them had an abortion and died, didn't they? Something happened that was bad. There was multiple bad things, and there was like a nun that was being hidden. So it could have been her that they were trying to cover for. Yeah, maybe, Kobe. Maybe. I can't remember. Just Matilda had the bloody shovel from the baby rabbits. Oh, wasn't that the widow? No, the widow, Ottilia was just hanging out and her husband was like, hey, you're intruding on our lands. And the Baron was like, whoosh, and he died. Right. Never think that you must remain in a place that causes you to sin, even if others think it godly. I'm glad you guys are able to live life together. Good work. Okay. Some shady harassment of a nun. Yes. Also, someone definitely died because of the two innocents buried, right? And we never figured out what that was about. Oh, bless you both. Okay, anyway, we got other things to do. Off we go. It's a convoluted story, guys. I'll tell you that. Let's talk to Gret about something. Gret, I needed something for someone. Nico sent me to fetch Hannah's birthday gift. Okay. Rather happy with how it came out. Oh, could be proud. I've always loved your pastries. Yeah, the grave. We never figured out what the grave was for because we found it the second time we came back. Process needs is plenty of love and care. Yeah, and honey. Give them my best wishes. Okay. We also need to go see the doctor. Which I think is up here. Sense of the nun in the cell being guilty? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, aren't you meant to be visiting my dad, you muppet? What do you want? There's like a broken drink on the ground. Hello, Dr. Stells. I have a book here and I can't read it, so can you help me translate it? No, you're a piece of shit. But Magdalene, I can't be bothered by your lack of literacy. It's not stupid and I'm not illiterate. God damn you, I said no. Leave. You're a piece of shit. If we get an opportunity to murder Stells, he's on the list, chat. Before we do the rat house, it'll probably be nighttime, so I'm going to, You mean the one, you mean the nun hidden in the wall? I'm just gonna hope that there's a toilet somewhere in there. You know what, Kobe? Let's not think about it. Let's not think about it. And also, she's probably not Like, there's probably a space for her to go to the bathroom because otherwise she would have got sick and died in this day and age, okay? Oh, I went too far. Yeah, no, I'm sure they've got a manner of dealing with it because, probably, Kobe. Probably, if there wasn't a way of dealing with it though, I keep walking past the fucking place, she would have died of some disease, okay? So, I'm sure there's a way that they are dealing with it, okay? Here you go, champ. Thomas has a hard life. Well, he signed up for this. Were you able to stop the Albans? Yes, here it is. Hannah will love this. You're welcome. It's the little things, you know. Hannah told me you asked my dad for advice once. No point denying it, I suppose. Your dad's a stoic one, but he has his wisdoms. You know, we haven't always been good to each other, me and Hannah. After the revolt, things had to change. Trying to find ways to show her I appreciate her. The golden hand would fall down without her. And she knows it. I want her to know that I know it too. Back to the adorable love story between Hannah and pastries. Well, yeah. Considering she was, cheating on Nico and everybody knew it, and we literally went up to Nico and we're like, hey, your wife's cheating on you, and he was like, I know. I still feel kind of bad about this interaction, you know? Still feel a little bad about this one. We were this close to accusing her of murder. Yep, which I still don't know. I feel like they wouldn't have believed me if I said it was Hannah. But also, there was bigger reasons to get the other guy killed anyway. We were smuggling money. That was like 99% of the fucking issue of that whole place. Oh yeah, did we get to see the mural on the first side? Aw, we don't. No unwashed medieval man, it could be worth it. I think you and Mags definitely agree. Oh, not you again, you piece of shit. What do you want? Dr. Stoles? So you're doing quick work with the mural, eh? Hope that doesn't make you sloppy. I'm faring better than my father. Are your remedies doing anything? I've rigged the scaffolding sheets so that the air can flow through. That way the layers dry quickly. I'm trying to finish in time for my dad, you understand? It's taken longer than I've wanted. I have other chores too. Still think I shouldn't be painting? Yeah. I feel like if I say this, he might try and kill him though. Not gonna lie. This guy kind of sucks. But also, he didn't visit my dad. Your remedy's even doing anything? More than a girl like you can understand. Healing the human body isn't like mixing paints. In any case, the council wants to hear what you're doing. We're researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why our saints are so important. There's a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And? St. Moritz, St. Sadia, and Our Lady of the Labyrinth receiving the Christian settlers. I want to show this history how it happened. I'll paint Lady Kiersel founding the abbey from the old Bergfried. Paint the Bavarians settling among the... Okay, not the bottom one. But people will probably be happier if we do one. Like, the people of the town and whatever, right? And then when I depict us murdering everyone in the church, people will be less upset. I do wonder if it's Paul in the church painting. Everyone's like, oh, he's such a good man. He's such a good man. He's changed. I'm like, oh, like, he's never changed. He's always been a good man. I wonder if he's, like, secretly venting all of his anger at life in the old church, just painting. Alright, we're gonna do one. Since close to Tassing, Kiersal have been part of our history for generations. Central part of Tassing's identity and income. Honoring them makes the town look better than it is, so I suppose that's worth something. Alright. Must always keep in mind the mural's not just for you, but for all of Tassing. Exactly. Nod. After the section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how we're going to portray the revolt. Ah, yes. Imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. Strange thing to tell a story that lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. Sounds like you have your work cut out. Yep. Man, I wish we could see stuff. Oh, Dr. Stoles. Oh, you're going to visit Dad? Have you ever seen someone lurking around the Abbey? Or heard about it? Haven't been up the Abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? Seen someone following me a few times. I don't know anything about it. Now, if there's nothing else. Awesome. Good night. This guy's treating our dad. I can't be too blatantly awful. I have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice. Seems so unconcerned about someone following this young woman around, right? The only name I remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Essler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course, I'll need to write back to Essler. Half wondering if Stoles is the killer. He would potentially have the fancy writing. You know? Can I clean up? No? Okay. Go check on Dad. This might be a good place to call it, because we still have like a decent amount left. And if I keep going, I'll be delving into hectic times, I think. It's still going, Dashi. It's still going. But I don't want to, like, because otherwise it's like... Oh, there's a note. Oh, shit. How did this get here? Stop. This is just like the note Dad found! Who's doing this? I have a feeling I'm gonna find out sooner or later. Need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. He's so weak, I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. Are we there yet? Nope. I think I'm gonna leave off where we're gonna write. See, I should probably write the letter while I remember what's happening though, because we're not gonna play this till Friday. Right? Okay. We'll write the letter first and then we'll call it after that, because otherwise I'm not gonna remember that they're the right things to write. Write a letter to Esther too. Okay. Jacob Esther, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Druckren, blah blah blah. Testing in Upper Bavaria. Oh, we're saying we're an artist now. I believe you passed through our community year when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder. Do you remember anything about the people in Tassing that the people in Tassing might not remember? Do you remember anything about someone writing notes to provoke a killer? Did you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Yeah, some larger conspiracy? Thanks for any help you can give, Madeleine Druckman. Okay. Dearest Esther, hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simmons, Alicia too, and your parents. Warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter to pass in Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it warmer in winter. Dad's condition is so much worse and he's in so much pain. Dr. Stoll's, well, he's been a useless asshole. Only God knows why he's such a bitter old man, but he's neglected Dad almost entirely. Some days he doesn't show up, and even if he does, he just snaps instructions at me and rushes off. I just wish I understood why. I worry about Dad. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much we can do alone. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. I'm scared, Esther. The mural's progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. If it's the person who attacked my dad, why are they following me? Whoever it is, I'm sure it's not anyone from Tassing, but what do they... Nah, if they attack my dad, why are they following me? Yeah? It's the strangest thing, given me a fright a few times already. I found a strange note left on my bed matching one I found by my dad after the attack. Nah, fuck it, we gotta tell her, because if we die, she's gotta know. They both read the word stop like a warning, but stop what? The mural? I can't stop that now. What if the person following me is the one writing them? What do they want? I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is the mural is almost finished. Exactly, Neil, exactly. I don't know. I should have it completed by Christmas or soon after. Perhaps at long last I shall be able to visit you and meet the Simmons. Anyway, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The rush bus has already been late and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm, give my regards to your family and Simmons. Yours always, Magda. Oh man. I wonder if it's going to keep going till we get up. No? Oh no. That's only a few hours later. Oh, okay. I'm going to assume I can't talk to Dad. No, he's sleeping. Okay. He's just like, hello. That's nice, you know? We're not spending 99% of our day being like, who will eat food with me? Huh? How many days? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, it's now December. Okay, it's been a while. Do miss finding out about the food? True. 1 letter, oh. Last night impossible to traverse, and the heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Happy Advent. Okay, who's it from? Probably Esther. Ah, oh no, it's not. No reply from Esther. Okay. Mistress Druckrin, I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it's been over a decade since I served as an archdeacon. I'm no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I'm no longer associated with the Catholic Church. If you don't mind conversing with Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. Investigated several murders. None had the curious specter of conspiracy that haunted Baron Rothvogel's. After the peasants burned Kiersau, I read a report suggesting that a conspiracy was behind the murder of the town carpenter as well. Around the time that I did some research of my own into the death of Father Gounod's predecessor, Father Matthias, while no one suspected foul play at the time, I had reason to believe that his death may be connected to 2 other murders. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes the serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you're determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into old resting places. I hope this has been of some help. May God bless you and keep you safe. Yeah, I mean, the notes have not gone away. I'll tell you that. No reply from Essa. Must have been delayed due to the snow. I don't think I'll get any more letters till spring. Better go back to the rat house. Alright. And this... Oh, another day, another day, another day, another day. Oh god. We going fast? Okay. It's almost Christmas. What a cliffhanger. We'll keep playing on Friday. Christmas Eve. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up on the mural and now I can start the final part. I promise I'll get it done. He's proud of us. Sorry, Dr. Soul says you can't come to the festivities. I know how much you love the Perchton love? Germanic folk ritual celebrated around Christmas time in which townsfolk dress as Perchton and drive evil spirits from town to protect it in the new year. I'm worried someone's gonna get murdered again. Not gonna lie, aside from our dad. There's always next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Soul said he would come by again. Sure. Fine. I'm fine. He's not fine. Do you need anything? No, go on. I'm alright. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve after all. What's wrong? I found a note back in November. A note? What do you mean? It was like the note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. Elaborate writing, purple ink, just said stop. ... Do you know where they came from or who wrote them? ... Magdalene, Oh god, that must be Otz. He said he'd drop by with more firewood. No, I need to know the answer. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know, I will. Can we talk about it later? Dad. I'll tell you, I promise. Alright. Be back. Oh, I just want to know, does he know who wrote the notes, man? I want to know. He's gonna die. I mean, he was anyway. You know. Morning, Magdalene. What do you want? Freezing makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Andrews has to forge to keep him warm. Right, in fact, he will not tell her. I hope. Thank you for the firework. Okay, thank you. We'll just be nice. Boy tells us whatever he knows, yeah. So, how's your dad? Think he can join everyone for Christmas Mass? He'll stay in bed tonight. I'll do my best to be there. I need to keep working on the mural, though. About the Peasants' Revolt, right? It feels weird to talk about. It affected tasking so much, but we were just kids. Can't remember what happened since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. Oh, my frames. Oh, bit of frame drop, you know. That's what makes it difficult. I need to ask those who were adults that night, but I don't want to touch raw nerves. What if you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for Christmas festivities? Yeah, we'll just ruin Christmas. Clara sometimes talk about that night. Mum too. You might be able to ask them. Okay. What's up with Matilda, the only two Benedictines still living in Tassing? Maybe they'll talk to me. Didn't think of that. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. Okay. Dad said she helped bury everyone who died that night. I wonder if she talked about it. It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. The old Archdeacon too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. The who? The man who came to Tassing for the Baron's murder. The old yeah, it doesn't matter. What if all the deaths are connected? I don't see how the old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. Are you feeling all right? I think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project is getting to you. Ah. Maybe you're right. I just can't. You know what? Maybe we'll say this in case we get murdered. You're acting weird. I'll figure it out somehow. Maybe it's because I didn't insult him. He's like, huh, that's weird. Ugh. Else is right. I should start talking to people around town. I'd better get started if I want to talk to everyone before pushed enough.